Well, what is going down, my friends? Welcome back once again to the greatest. It is the annual tradition of Am I Still on the Air? It is the top 10 movies of 2025 and the most anticipated of 2026. One of my favorite shows to do each year. I absolutely love this podcast right here. This is the one we kick off the new year talking about what came before and what we're looking forward to in the next one. And it's always funny. We always look ahead and we put these movies on our list, and then the following year comes and a lot of those movies don't even make our top 10. And we're over here just like, damn, that's crazy. And it still trips me out here. Or the movies we had on our list and they got delayed and now they're still coming out the following year. Mortal Kombat, so things like that. So you never know what you're going to get. But man, it is exciting to chat about, especially with these two guys, because we have drastically different tastes a lot of the times. Fred is a film snob, so he's going to have a bunch of foo-foo Oscar bait movies on his list. Sean loves his kids, so he's going to have a bunch of kid movies on his list. He loves animated. And, I'm just a popcorn bucket guy, and I love all them popcorn flicks. Big, boom, bombastic. I love it. Let's do it. So it's always fun to see where these movies all stack and where they lie on everybody's list going forward. So as always, again, welcome to the show. And let me introduce the team. As always, we got Frigginz over here. What up, man?
Yo, what's up? Thanks for having me on. Man, it's been too long since we've talked since the last time for an Am I Still in the Air? So I'm so thrilled. And like you, this is like a highlight of my year. I've got on that letterbox, moving things around every day, like checking it out, getting that list ready. So I'm so pumped to be here.
Hell yeah, hell yeah. And from the People's Forum over here, we got Peeps.
Yo, yes, and as always, y'all, I 100% mirror what you guys are saying. Like, yeah, this is it. The whole year just boils down to this episode, and like you said, DX, the part of the fun is talking about this subject that we love, movies, but then hearing how different, and the fact I smiled earlier because y'all probably noticed DX has a soundboard, so I just can't wait to hear some of the sounds that he plays.
I only have a couple to choose from because I ain't paying for it, so,
yeah, but
I'm limited.
This is now. Oh, there we go.
Your mic every time. That's all.
Exactly. No, that's awesome, man. So again, yeah, thank you guys for joining. As always, I am DX DONMEGA, and of course, this is Am I on the Air? This is our spin-off episode. Welcoming you guys in, talking about the top 10 movies of 2025 and the most anticipated of 2026. And as always, we will go through some honorable mentions, the movies that were really good but didn't quite get into that top realm, but they still left enough of an impact that we want to talk about it a little bit. So we'll run through some of those. Same thing for anticipated as we build to our actual top 10. So, man, always great to get into. And so where do we begin? Again, film is very subjective. Again, everybody's list is going to be different. There isn't a right or wrong answer unless it's Fred's list and it's wrong. Probably 100%. But other than that, we'll see how fast we get to get the fuck out of here this year. But man, yeah, it probably will be pretty early. Yeah. I'm anxious to see. We've had some big movies. We've had some bangers, kind of, smaller movies come in there that really stole the show this year. Yeah. So I am just really super anxious to see where everybody kind of landed on this thing. So again, for me, I always like to preface that, people confuse when you look at a top 10 of like the best movies, right? And it's like, again, for me, a list comes down to how did I feel coming out of that movie theater? Did that movie leave an impact with me? Was it enjoyable enough that I want to go back and watch it again?
100%.
It's not really about, the Oscar baity films of just like, oh, that was a great cinematic achievement. Like, that's not what I'm personally searching for. I am, stacking up on just the movies I really enjoyed throughout the year that I bought and I want to rewatch again, that I want to tell other people to watch because I had such a good time watching it, because that's what I love to go to the movies for. So just to kind of preface that a little bit, because people will be very quick to hear a movie title and be like, what? Like, how could you have that on your top 10? But
I'm still
again,
gonna
it's the
say it.
experience. It's the experience. So
Get the fuck
know,
out of here.
get the fuck out of it. All the show stuff is down there at the bottom. Again, make sure you follow the show. Make sure you follow all the socials, like us, follow, subscribe. You know, all the good stuff right there. So let's jump on in. Of course, we will start with honorable mentions. So we will go around the horn and kind of talk about those honorable mentions of 2025 real quickly. Just kind of those films that just slowly kind of etched out. There could be a couple of them. There could be a handful of them. I like to go a little overboard sometimes because there's a lot of movies that impact me throughout the year, and I love to give them all just a little bit of love. So, so I will start off with some honorable mentions here that I have, and kicking things off was a little really, and I think Fred, if I remember, he did not like this one, and I was like, what? Because I loved it, and it cracked me the hell up when I saw it in the theater, and I bought it, and I watched it again, and it's just it is super quirky. Not everybody likes it, but it was an honorable mention for me, and that is Friendship.
Oh God!
Can
you get the fuck out of here first? Is that possible?
No,
Has this ever happened?
That's fun. Friendship, baby. You gotta have the right sense of humor. Fred didn't have it. So super funny movie, man. Tim Robinson, Paul Rudd, really weird dude that just wants some friendship, man. So this one's streaming on HBO Max. Check it out if you haven't. I know you're either gonna love it or you're gonna hate it. So straight up, and Fred goes on the hate side, I go on the love side. So sure. Friendship for me. My next one up is a sequel to a movie that I didn't even ever think would get a sequel, and it was one of these movies that when the first one came out, I think it actually made my top 10 many years ago when the first one came out, and I was on the fence to see how the second one would go, and it was Another Simple Favor. I really, really like this sequel here with Blake Lively, oh shit, I'm spacing her name.
She was.
Come on, Fred, help me.
Pitch Perfect.
Yeah, Pitch Perfect. Anna Kendrick, right?
Anna Kendrick.
There we go. Anna Kendrick, Blake Lively. Great sequel, great follow-up to that first movie. Doesn't really rehash a lot of the same things. It takes it to a different situation, whole different story, and I thought it played out really, really well. So honorable mention there. My next one, and these are in no particular order. I just want to stress that again. This is just a handful of flips. My next one's actually still in the theater right now, and I was super, super surprised how much I like this one, and that was The Housemaid. The Housemaid is awesome. So based on a best-selling book, you got Sydney Sweeney, and man, this one is a lot of twists and turns. Amanda Seyfried is incredible in this movie. They're already greenlit a sequel, so we are moving forward with this universe, and I was shocked. I was really shocked that I was going to like this movie as much as I did. So The Housemaid's there. Next one up, I had a blast with, and that was Glenn Powell's The Running Man. I thought The Running Man was fantastic. Had a great time in the theater watching this one in IMAX. Great throwback action, old school movie. And yeah, really, really dug that one. Next up, I think Peeps might have this one later in the show, but I got Predator Badlands as one of the honorable mentions as well.
Honorable mention.
Really different take on Predator, where he's kind of the good guy, kind of the anti-hero, of course. But yeah, really, really dug this different take on Predator. Next one, I thought was going to bore the shit out of me and really, really ended up liking it, and that was The Long Walk. So this one here, of course, based on the Stephen King book. A movie that's like an hour 45 of literally just walking, but you're building these relationships with these guys and just watching them drop off body by body, and it's incredible, and you bond with these people in this time frame, and then when it gets to the end, you are emotionally invested, and it worked. So check out The Long Walk, which I think just started streaming on HBO Max as well. Next one up was a horror movie that I watched. I didn't get to catch in the theater, and I ended up watching it on streaming after the fact. And it blew me away. I was stuck to the screen, couldn't believe what I was watching, and that was Together. Really, really liked Together, man. This movie was awesome. Dave Franco, Alison Brie, super unique movie. You've never seen anything like this before, so check out Together. It just started streaming on Hulu pretty recently in the last couple weeks. Next up, if you want some LOLs, it was fun to go back to an old school spoof movie. I got The Naked Gun. Love the Naked Gun reboot here with Liam Neeson, of course, Pamela Anderson. super funny, had that old school feel, just really dumb, over the top comedy. And it was just refreshing because we haven't had a spoof movie like that in so long. So laughed my ass off. Really,
the snowman scene. That's all
yes,
I can.
This is great.
Snowman is so good. Snowman is so good. Next up, I'm kind of sad this didn't even make the top 10, but it was still pretty damn good, and that was Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning. Love all the Mission Impossible movies, but this one here just ran a little bit too long, kind of sluggish at points. Great action. Obviously, the scenes that work really well, and that's why it's an honorable mention. But overall, couldn't quite crack it there. And we'll see if it ends up being the final Mission Impossible movie or not. And my last one here was a great return to form in horror as well, and almost hit the top 10. It was just barely there, and that was Final Destination: Bloodlines.
Oh.
Really, really dug this one. I love all the Final Destination movies, and it's been far too long since we've had one, and they went hard with this one, man. It came out the gate. It's a lot of people's favorite one out of the whole bunch, and the crazy kills, fun time being back into this world, and that's my last honorable mention there. So Friendship, Another Simple Favor, The Housemaid, Running Man, Predator: Badlands, The Long Walk, Together, Naked Gun, Mission Impossible: Final Reckoning, and Final Destination: Bloodlines are my honorable mentions. So I'm gonna throw it to you, Peeps. What you got down the honorable mention road?
Sweet. And this year has probably been my worst year
Wow.
in the world of watching movies. A lot of stuff has been going down in real life, but yeah, so this year was pretty rough for me. I mean, I got a pretty good amount of movies, and I think I was getting a bit discouraged because there are a handful of movies that I was going out watching, and I'm just like, why am I here? I am not having a good time at all.
Oh man.
Gosh, Honey Don't killed me. I don't think I saw another movie after Honey Don't.
That was brutal. I agree.
Oh
That
my
was
gosh.
brutal.
That was rough. So
Is it really that bad?
Yeah.
Because that's all I've heard, and I have it on
Oh,
my queue to
geez.
watch it. It's on Peacock, but I haven't pulled the trigger yet because everyone says how bad it is.
It's not the worst as like Kinds and Kindness, but it's brutal though.
yeah, it's just like, what's the point? Like, what? Never mind.
So not an honorable mention,
not an honorable mention.
just
Like,
a dishonorable mention.
And
There you go.
DX called it earlier. I think most of my even favorite movies, and it might make a top favorite, who knows? But you know, what DX was saying, you know, this is our personal experience, how much fun we had in the theater. And you know, my kiddos, you know, they're getting older, they're getting towards that those teenage years. And man, I was trying to get them to see Karate Kid this year, and I couldn't quite get them to do it. So, but when we still have these moments where we go and we see, you know, whether if it's a kid movie or even, you know, some not kid movies, like the joy they have from it, like we just feed off each other. And we're Frigginz knows I'm a little loud in the theaters, and my kiddos, they kind of echo that energy too. So, but anywho, honorable mentions. This movie is a movie Frigginz kind of suggested to me, but F1. It's in my honorable mentions because I didn't know what the heck they're talking about in this movie. I don't know the rules of racing. So it's like, oh, he's going to do a 640. Yeah, that's a great move. I haven't seen this since back in the 1970s. I can't believe, what is he doing? Why is this good? Is this bad? Is he winning? Is he losing? Like, I couldn't tell what was happening because I know nothing about racing, but it was, I do like how it was put together. So honorable mention F1. I DX with Together, a movie I didn't even know I was going to watch it. I saw a trailer to it. I'm like, I feel like this movie is going to be like one of those figurative like metaphors, and it's not this literal thing that I'm watching on screen. But when it turns out
pretty literal
to be that literal thing, like, man, I enjoyed it a lot. There's a scene in there that literally made me, I think I needed to change my diaper after it. It was pretty freaky. Yeah. And going now, this is kind of going into the family stuff. The Demon Slayer Infinity Castle. My daughter is a huge Demon Slayer fan. Me, not so much, but the joy she got from that, and us, like, we were doing this whole speculation before we went into it, and then even when it was going on, we're like, what is this happening? Why do you think that's? And then even afterwards, we still talk about, like, I can't believe this thing happened. Like, it was just a very fun moment. My son didn't go. It was just me and my daughter. He's like, can I skip? You're good. This is just her and I. And yeah, it was a great moment we had together. So, and the same thing goes with the next two movies. Minecraft movie, not a good movie, but holy crap, I was cracking up. So fun. Like movie dumb fun film that we're like
Fred doesn't like fun.
Fred
doesn't like fun.
He doesn't. Yeah, he hates to smile.
Don't watch this in your 40s by yourself. No kids around on a stream. It just totally killed the experience. I should have saw it in theater.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So fun movie. Another one was Lilo and Stitch. Kids and I were kind of going into that like, but especially with all these live action Disney films, but like the Lilo actor, like that little girl was amazing, and Stitch was fun. Oh, okay. I thought she was great.
I didn't like the little girl at all. She drove me crazy.
But
Stitch was awesome though.
And then this is my first, get the fuck out of here moment, and that's okay because everything I'm going to say after this movie, DX is going to be like, "You picked that over this movie?"
Oh
yes,
my God.
Don.
I love that.
Yes,
I love that.
I did.
Oh no.
Superman is my.
Oh fuck!
What is my honorable?
Out of here.
Man. You can't say
because I know there's no
the
way
rest of
this
the
top
show,
10
please.
is better than this shit, man.
Yeah, no, you can't say anything to me the rest of the show, please.
I will say when I was going through this, like my number 10, if Superman was there on my number 10. Yeah, like I watched a movie recently that I really enjoyed that got to my heart. Thank you, DX. And yeah.
Got your heart.
So, yeah,
there you go.
that's my
fucking Superman
honorable mention.
God damn
This
it.
guy.
Yeah.
Oh, geez,
Wow.
Louise.
He might take the cake tonight, Fred.
I don't think
fuck
anything
outta
on
here.
mine is gonna push you past that. That one's woof.
Woof.
All right.
All right. Well, we can only go off from here, Fred. So what you got?
That's right. So yeah, for my honorable mentions, I actually have I also had the Mission Impossible movie. I felt the same, a little too long, and I think they could have trimmed it down just a bit. Tightened some things up, and that would have made a big difference. Also on there was Housemaid that you had on there. I didn't even want to see this movie really. Had some friends wanted to go watch it, so we went, and like I was blown away. It's very rare that a movie will have something that actually catches me off guard. And there was something that happens in this movie that I was not I didn't see coming. So definitely
off guard.
yeah. Well, sometimes it's not good when they get you off guard, and sometimes it's good. And this was an example of one that was good. So I would throw that one in there. You also have to see if you'd like spy movies and like intrigue with like really cool like tension through dialogue. Black Bag, that was Michael Fassbender, I believe. Really good portrayal of a very interesting character. I like war movies. I'm a big fan of those, in particular, like modern time wars. It's very fascinating. The movie Warfare came out where they took, based on a true story of events that like occurred as told by the Navy SEALs that experienced it. I saw it in this like crazy loud surround sound. It made you feel like you were like in the theater, like the theater seats were shaking, like everything. I thought I was in the fight. It was so intense, and I came out feeling a little stressed. So that was a really interesting, not only like good movie, good story, and seeing like the horrid experiences of what our soldiers go through in war, but like having a feeling of kind of putting yourself in that zone and coming out with that anxiety. I think it shows that the movie like really did its job in telling that story. I also had The Long Walk that you had in DX. What you said really wrapped it up. I thought there are a few movies this year that had better character development, in particular between the two main characters. It's hard to come by that kind of like connection that you see on screen, and the build up for every kill like just makes you hurt more and more. And that experience, this was like number 3 on my list for almost the entire year. I readjusted a few things, but like,
and it fell totally out of the top
big
10.
fall. Yeah,
That's a major
There's
fall.
some good stuff. There's some good stuff. So
God damn.
A movie I know neither of you would see probably at all. It's called Nuremberg. Nuremberg was
Yeah, I
based
skipped
on a
that
true
one.
story.
They actually
So
the,
good.
the movie studio reached out to me actually for that one and offered me a link to watch it at home
Oh
to
wow,
review it, and I was like, I'm good.
dude!
I'm taking a
It
nice
was
pass on this one.
Russell Crowe was
Mm-mm.
balls to the wall, amazing. Like he played this real life, horrible person so well. Rami Malek, excellent. Everyone in this entire film was nailing it out of the park. Very like Oscar-y vibe, right? But like based on a true story, and to be able to learn a part of history that I didn't really know anything about, it is also fascinating. You talked about horror shows kind of coming on here. I had two this year that really blew me away. And one of which I got to see an advanced showing of it before, and it was kind of limited, and that was Good Boy. The horror film following the perspective of a dog. Something I never would have thought, would be interesting at all. And I was captivated, and I thought it was a wonderful little experience.
It was
And
interesting, but
I mean that's what it's honorable mention. It's not
I
quite
know,
there on
but
this.
it doesn't really get an honorable mention.
To me, it did. I
was
love it. Like,
alright.
I love dogs.
Yeah, but the movie
Okay,
overall
and this other horror movie did actually rank higher on my list, and that was Heart Eyes. Holy crap,
Hard Eyes was awesome, and I almost wrote it
dude!
down.
You are actually the reason I went to watch it. Like you were pimping it out, like talking about how it was like funny and a rom-com, but like horror. And I ended up watching it. We had this excellent experience with a bunch of friends came together. We did like a group watch, and we were dying laughing. That was so much fun. Really one of the highlights of my movie watching for the entire year because of that like shared experience. It's always nice. Yeah. There's a couple big ones on here that I'll just wait till we talk because I know they're going to be on your guys' list. But the last honorable mention, the last honorable mention I'm going to mention is a movie called No Other Choice. Came out very limited in December, and now it has like the normal release now, but so it can go into Oscars. I believe it's Korean film, and it is directed by Park Chan-wook, and it was so captivating. This thing is a dark comedy. Like bad things are happening, but you're laughing. It's funny. Subtitles throughout, whatever. But like really good acting. I mean, I felt like I was just watching people and not necessarily actors. So really interesting watch for sure. It is a little long. It did feel a little long, and I think that's why it hit honorable mentions for me. And again, I have a couple big ones, but I'll wait on those. I don't want to get yelled at and kicked out so soon.
I don't know. You can't disappoint as much as Peeps saying Superman was an honorable mention.
Yeah, that one was pretty egregious. But yeah, I'll leave it at that. I think that pretty much covers up most of my honorable mentions there.
Okay. Well, the honorable mentions are out the way. Let's get into the top 10 of 2025. So, as you can see by the honorable mentions, you can tell there's a lot of shifting around here. There's a lot of different takes. So, this will be interesting for sure. So, did you guys want to roll through the whole 10, or do we want to go 10 to 6 and then shuffle and then do 5 to 1?
I like 10 to 6 and shuffle. That's like my favorite.
All right. Let's do it. All right. So coming in number 10 for me, this is a movie. So kind of like you, Fred, where you said Long Walk kind of held that top kind of spot for a long time. This was me because my number 10 came out in January of last year. So it hit hard, and it was like for probably the first 5 months of the year, I was like, favorite movie of the year. And just as the year went on, it started to kind of shuffle down, but it held that spot for a hot minute. So coming in number 10 was a movie that really surprised me, and that was Companion. I loved Companion. A movie that has twists and turns. You don't know what's going on. It's one of those rare movies, because I love trailers, but it's one of those movies that I would say don't watch the trailer, go into it blind, and you have no idea where this movie is going to take you, and it takes you down a crazy road. Some really cool performances, Jack Quaid, Sophie Thatcher. I don't want to spoil too much on here. It's streaming now. Check it out if you've never seen it, because this was kind of a lower tier movie when it hit theaters. Did okay, but there's still a lot of people I don't think that really got around to it. But man, this movie just blew me away. I bought it. I've watched it multiple times. Great flick. So Companion comes in at number 10 for me.
I agree with you. And I just want to emphasize, I can't remember being more angry at a trailer for a while. Like, it's been a minute since I've been that mad. There's been other trailers that made me worse, but that one really giving away the twist. I felt like the first trailer did not give it away. Right, so you're wondering,
that was the only one I saw.
On. Yeah. Oh, you're so lucky. Gosh.
Yeah, they fucked up on that second trailer, because I know, if you go off that first one, you're just like, what the hell is this? And you really have no idea. And then, the second one kind of
saying, like, when he told me about it, I remember you even saying, like, don't even look at the marquee if you're going to.
I was like, because they did a poster with the eyes, and I was just like, just going blind.
Don't pay attention. Because the twist is cool, man, if you really don't know what's coming. Coming in number 9 for me, one of my favorite genres is comedy, man. And lately, comedies in movie theaters just hasn't been hitting, and they've been really playing it safe, and this has been kind of blah. And I was looking forward to this comedy because it had a great cast, and I was hoping it was going to pay off, and it did. I loved it, and it really sucks because nobody went and saw it, and it really bombed out really quick. But it's Good Fortune. I loved this movie, Good Fortune. Aziz Ansari, Keanu Reeves, Seth Rogen. Keanu's a fallen angel who switches the lives of Aziz and Seth Rogen. Seth is rich. Aziz is living in his car, and he switches their lives to kind of in a fairy tale way of like, hey, you never know, maybe your life isn't as what it's cracked up to be. And it is hilarious. This movie's so good. I've watched it multiple times. Same thing, bought it. I laugh my ass off at this. And I like this movie a lot too, because it doesn't play it the traditional way. It doesn't play it safe. Like, when you think it's going to go down that normal traditional way, it pivots. They play it true to life. And that's what I really, really dug out of this. And it was also the directorial debut of Aziz. And I thought he did a great job with it. He's super funny. Everyone's great together in this. Keanu's so funny in this movie. It works on every level. So Good Fortune comes in at number 9 for me. Number 8, it was on Peeps's honorable mentions, and that was F1. So F1 comes in at number 8. Brad Pitt, of course, racing movie. Like you, Peeps, I don't watch racing. I don't know nothing about it. But the way that I like to explain this movie is it was Top Gun in cars. And I enjoyed the shit out of it. They got in those cars, they raced them, and it was intense, and it was fun, and it was directed by the same guy who did Top Gun. Yeah, he was Maverick, man. He's the old school guy coming in to take down the new school guy, So it's exactly the same kind of thing, same director. And and this was like a true traditional summer blockbuster kind of movie. Like, it's what these kind of movies are made for. That popcorn action kind of, Jerry Bruckheimer produced kind of movie that just did its thing. So F1 comes in number 8. Number 7 is a movie that I was super intrigued about based on the trailers, was hoping it would pay off, and it did. It did in spades. I actually saw this movie 2 times in the theater, bought it when it came out, and it locked me in, man. Not Megan 2.0. That did not make the list, unfortunately. That would be on the dishonorable mentions list. But this one here is Weapons. Absolutely loved Weapons. So good, man. Like, just, this plain story about these kids that just run out in the middle of the night, and you're just like, what the hell happened here? And watching it unfold was thrilling. And it was a movie that after I watched it the first time, I was like, okay, once you know the twist, is it going to really hold up? And when I saw it the second time in the theater, I loved it even more. Like, it does withhold. The twist is really cool. What I really dug about this movie, and I didn't know if I would or not, because when I saw it the first time, I didn't know they were going to do this, and that was how it's told in the multiple perspectives by the different people in the movie. So when it did that the first time I was watching, I was like, oh God, I don't know if I'm going to like this. And I ended up loving that, because it's always fun when you see the different perspectives and then you see it all bleed together, and you see how everything kind of came together and how one scene went to the other from the different perspectives. And it worked, man. It worked so much. Zach Cregger's killed it directing this thing. It's creepy. It's got some straight scares. And it's just thrilling overall and great performances. So Weapons is number 7. Number 6, I'm going to say, is another movie that underperformed. And I, again, just had an amazing time in the theater watching this, especially in IMAX, especially with the soundtrack that this thing had. And that was Tron Ares. I loved this movie. This is, I think, is the best Tron movie out of the 3. It is, the action is intense. It is on fire. I just think that 9 Inch Nails like score that they did for this movie in IMAX was just banging while watching this movie. And and I remember just watching this movie and just being like, yeah, get him. Yeah. And you're just like,
in a club.
You're just like, I'm like, I don't remember the last time I watched a movie where I'm just like feeling it like the whole time. And I'm like, Tron did that, man. Like it was so damn good and visually beautiful, just so visually cool. I'm a sucker. Red's my favorite color. I'm a sucker for red. Everything was red in this movie, and the digital red, even the opening Disney logo in digital was so cool of an opening. Say what you will about Jared Leto. I mean, he played a computer generated dude real good. Like he was great. This movie's just got nonstop action, great visuals, great soundtrack, and it was one that stood out to me, man. When I walked out of the theater, I was like, damn, that was the shit. I loved it. Just started streaming on Disney Plus, by the way, a couple days ago, and in IMAX format, so it's pretty cool. So definitely check that out if you haven't seen it, because I know a lot of you skipped on it, and you shouldn't have, because Tron Ares was pretty awesome. So that is a number 6. So that is my 10 through 6 right there. So, Peeps, I'll throw it to you. What you got 10 through 6?
Excellent. Number 10, I have Superman again. I just kidding.
I was like, what?
I'm all cool. It made it in the top 10. Let's go.
It's also 9 and 8.
Yeah, they both bullied me for 10. Yeah.
Each watch should down a little bit.
Yeah. So, number 10. I know that's what's happening to you. I know. But number 10 for me was the Knives Out sequel, Wake Up Dead Man.
Oh, nice.
It was interesting to me because kind of like what DX was saying about Good Fortune and like having like an expectation of how it's going to play out. I mean, we have 2 other films that, like, okay, here we come, and then Benoit is going to show up and then do the big reveal. They really changed the way that this movie the format of this movie, and I actually appreciated that. It makes me look forward to like whatever else they end up coming up with. Like there's no set formula to it. Like there is, but there really isn't. I really liked this one in terms of just like the way that it was shot, the way that they kind of like, I actually started thinking about like, are there like super natural elements that are happening here? But like, when everything kind of went down, I don't know, man, I had such a blast with this movie. I really did. And gosh, like the first one, Knives Out, like I just love that movie so much. And I really like the Benoit character. And I really look forward to these when they come out. Even Glass Onion, yeah. Which I would probably say, like, I think I like this one more than Glass Onion.
Me too.
I really like Glass Onion.
This is the worst one.
Okay.
1, 3, 2. 1, 3, 2. I'm with you.
I like all 3, but 2, 1, 3.
Wow.
Or 1, 2. Or I could even go 1, 2, 3, but I really like the Glass Onion. Like, I think the cast is just better. I like the setting.
There was awesome.
I think what fucked me up on the new one is just that church setting for the whole movie. Like it was just very blah. Like and I think like that second one being like on an island in a mansion, and it just has so much more going for it. That's why it stands out more to me. I think just the setting kind of got to me after a while in the third one.
And not just that, but I think the characters in the second one, like Catherine Hahn and Batista's characters, and mixed with like Edward Norton, like like they're just. It's definitely a bubblier movie. This one was very dark.
Yeah, very dark.
Yeah. But that's what I liked about it. Because, like it was really talking about like in the face of all this like darkness, like he still like remained positive, and that's why he was there in the first place, because he's such a good person and he just wants to make up for what he did wrong, and he's just trying to be good, and in this world of darkness. I don't know. Anywho, number 9. Number 9 is a movie that I will say I really enjoyed, but kind of disappointed on what it could have been. And as much as most of you guys that are listening to us know how much we're, MCU fans, Fantastic Four just kind of hit. It didn't hit as hard as I wanted it to. So that's going to be my number 9. Still really enjoyed it. Enjoyed it more than Superman, but yeah, so there's some things that are coming up in the MCU that I was kind of hoping they would throw into this movie that they didn't. But all in all, it was it made my top 10. So I think that says something. So,
I will say Fantastic Four had there's this thing called Screen X where I live, and they put it's like the screen goes up down the side of the walls. And so it cuts off when certain scenes when it's just like people in a room. But when the Silver Surfer in space, I saw it in Screen X, and you can see like the surfer coming from behind you down the side of the wall and then into the screen, and like space just circling you. And that for me made the Fantastic Four experience a lot better when I saw it. And I watched it the second time in that format, but it was really, really cool in that format.
So I don't have
that looks cool
in my house. Yeah. Have you ever seen anything like that, DX? Do they have that?
I haven't seen screen. We don't, unfortunately.
No,
I wish. I want to see one of those movies so bad.
Yeah, it's really cool.
My number 8 is on DX's honorable mentions, but I'm telling you, man, like watching this with the kids, like we had a little house get together for this movie. It was such a blast. We were just dying throughout the whole freaking film, and the snowman just made me absolutely happy, and that is the Naked Gun. I was, when I first saw the trailer, I'm like, really, like we're going with like Taken, like he's gonna crack me up on the same level of Leslie Nielsen, and I didn't think this movie was going to be this funny, but like it really was. It was so dumb, and I love that humor. Probably the Naked Gun series are like one of my top favorite films. I love those movies, and I recently showed the kids them, and then when we saw this one, it was great. Like DX said, like this humor doesn't exist anymore. This stupid funny, like if you're not quick, like you won't catch the joke. It was good.
Like I still love like when he needed to go use the bathroom and Batista came in and covered for him. Like at the end of the movie, like he thought like I gotta use the restroom, and they just like swapped, and he's like
it's so stupid.
It is, but it's so funny.
It's great. I like when he takes a bite out of the gun. It's so stupid.
Just handing him coffees the whole movie. Like,
just everywhere.
They just kept it going. Gosh, so good, man. Yeah. Man. So I struggled with my next ratings of the 3. So feel free to yell at me as much as you guys want. But
we already are.
Avatar 3 is my number 7. Yeah. I thought this movie was fantastic. I gave it 5 stars. It is a cinematic spectacle. But there are just things about it. And I've even seen people on the internet that obviously I'm taking it personal because they say things like, if you thought Avatar 3 was like Avatar 2, then you're missing the point and you suck and you're the problem. I'm like, okay, I guess I'm the problem because I feel like it was just Avatar 2. And I don't know. It didn't land where I would have liked it, and that's my own personal fault. That's my own personal issue. I did the same thing with the Matrix. I wanted Matrix 3 to go to this weird area where Morpheus was actually the one or something like that, and it didn't. And then it's like, I don't know about this movie, but like that's my own fault. So but yeah, Avatar, Fire and Ash. So many good things about that film, but there are a lot of things I did not like. And my number 6 was DX's number 7, and that is Weapons. Had a great time. It was one of those films, like you said, DX. I'm like, even watching it, I'm like halfway through it, and I'm like, a little frustrating. So I'm like, where are we going with this? What are we
Right.
doing? Like we keep,
Exactly.
but like once everything comes together, it really comes together. And that's what I have to tell people about this movie is like, you know, there might be points in the film where you're like, what are we doing? Where we're going to get there? But I
Yeah.
promise you're going to get there. Like people want so much instant gratification with their, you know, YouTube shorts and all that. It's like, it's a film. Like watch it. It's going to
Yeah.
take you there. You know,
It's
my
a
mom,
slow burn, but it's a fun slow burn.
yeah. My mom's there asking questions like, watch the movie. So, but I will say there are bits and pieces of it that's a little frustrating because those questions have been asked to the director. Hey, why did this thing happen? Why is there a random? Why did he envision a gun floating above
Right.
the house? And the director's answers are like, I don't know. Why do you think there's a gun floating above the house? Honestly, I don't even really know why that happened. You have to interpret that. Shut up.
Yeah.
Like why make a movie and not have any intentions? Like you could say something like there is an intention, but I want people to, you know, get something, whatever they want to get out of it or something like that. Don't tell me you don't know, sir. You put it in there.
Anyway. You totally make a lot of. There's a movie on Netflix. I can't remember the name of it that came out, and it's basically about like if a nuclear bomb like is on its way to hit the U.S. and it's just the people interacting, trying to figure out what to do. And the way it ends, I was like, you gotta be, that's the end of the movie. And the director did kind of the same thing where it's like, I want you to figure out XYZ. And I'm just sitting here like, you gotta be
you're talking about that House of Dynamite or whatever, like the Catherine Bigelow one. Yeah, it's exactly. Yeah, it's for you to determine. Yeah,
I'm like,
it's just like
this isn't a choose your own adventure. Like,
yeah, that's not why I'm watching this movie.
I want a fucking ending.
Yeah. So I feel you.
I mean, sometimes it is okay, in my opinion, to have like an ambiguous ending. You know, let's argue about Inception all day, but
yeah,
I don't know. I haven't seen what you're talking about, so I don't. Okay. Yeah.
You know, they close out the story, and then the ambiguousness is like, wait a second, like you at least got an ending, right? Like,
yeah. Okay. And that's my 10 through 6.
There's this 10 through 6. We got it. All right. Frigginz. Let's see what kind of snobby ass films we got on here, baby.
Oh, there's a French film called Indouble.
I got my Korean one in, all right.
It's subtitles and everything, but it worked on all levels.
The first two, 10 and 9, are snobby Oscar movies, so you got me there. I just wanted to mention that some of my, remember when I said like honorable mentions were going to be listed? You hit on Fantastic Four and Avatar and Tron were all in my honorable mentions categories.
Damn, Avatar was honorable?
Yeah, just missed it. It was close, but you know, I just wanted to say a couple things like thank you. I wanted to reference, because when you were talking about it, it's like, again, the theater experience and these new formats that are out there can have such a huge impact on the way you watch a film, right? So I go into Tron. I had never seen the new D-Box. The last D-Box I didn't like. It was like just shaking all the time, and it didn't seem like intentional. And I didn't realize like what D-Box really was. And so I'm like laying in the chair, and then all of a sudden in Tron, like this camera turns and I'm turning, and I'm like, what is happening? This is so cool. Like, and it's such an awesome experience. Then I watched it in 3D. That was really awesome. So when Avatar came out, I watched it in D-Box 3D. So I had the 3D and the moving flying chairs. You know, like it was so cool.
And it definitely should be in your top 10, motherfucker.
It really, you know,
it's a hell of experience right there.
They were tough battles. They were great experiences. But ultimately, I had to go down to one thing that will win me over a lot is feeling, and things that give me the feels. Especially, I mean, you know, sometimes if a movie makes me cry, like that's gonna get me. And there was this little movie called The Ballad of Wallace Island. This film,
heard of it.
Just it's the simplest. It's the simplest story. It's just this rich dude has these favorite singers that have like broken up, and they're like old in their career, and he wants them to come and perform for him. So he has them come down to his island, and it's really just like these three. There's a couple extra people, but really it's just these three people interacting, and it's just human interaction, and it's emotion and it's like just seeing raw acting, and it's phenomenal.
The Ballad of what?
It's called The Ballad of Wallace Island.
Okay.
And it's funny. Like there's a lot of really good funny moments in this film. And so that's what you can get with some of these Oscar snobby stuff. So that is my number 10. My number 9, again, a movie in that kind of similar category, is called Rental Family. Brendan Fraser is tearing it up right now. This dude is doing some really good stuff. I can't wait for him to be in for The Mummy. But he plays this guy that lives in Japan. And he finds out about this company that like you can hire people to do weird things. You can hire a person to go apologize for on your behalf. You can hire somebody to go, pretend to be the lady you cheated on your spouse with, like that. Like these just weird oddball things. Or like a guy wants to experience what it's like to be in to have his funeral, to see what people would say about him and stuff. And so you can have these actors reenact these things. And then you find out that the main character has like all these like things in the background and this connection to these new people that would come in. And it's just this heartwarming story, like about friendships and respect and like kind of even some father-daughter stuff.
I heard you got to get ready to cry when you watch this movie. I haven't seen it, but
it's tears. It is. But like it's on another level. And it's really, really good. And actually, I lied when I said the first 2 are Oscars. I should have said the first 3 are Oscars, because my number 8 is another Oscar one, but this one's a little bit more mainstream, and that is One Battle After Another. This is the new Paul Thomas Anderson film with Leonardo DiCaprio. And oh my gosh, let me tell you, if you took Leonardo DiCaprio and Benicio del Toro and made a buddy cop of these like story of these 2 characters, it would be phenomenal. These guys when they're on the screen together, it's just chef's kiss. It's amazing. You get this chaoticness of Leo just bouncing all over the place, and this serene, cool, calm demeanor of Benicio. And it's just great when you see that. But that's just them. Then you throw in Sean Penn, who, if that dude doesn't win an Oscar for like Best Supporting Actor, the Oscars are broken. I've never seen someone play such a crazy ass character that this guy did. He is lights out. Like he steals every scene he's in. And there are some hilarious statements that I won't even say in case you guys watch them, because it's so funny and unexpected that come out of that guy. Super, super good. Excellent story, by the way, very timely as well. But it has just a lot of really good acting and good story beats. All right, let's get into a little bit of like the mainstream stuff for my number 7. Kind of get back on the Red Dragons grounds here.
Right.
My number
you really are. You're talking.
Here we go,
man.
I know he is. He's such a snob.
My 7 is Predator Badlands. Yes, I can't believe it's on your honorable mentions, Son. This was such a blast. I watched this movie like 3 times in this theater, I think.
You know what else is such a blast? Tron and Avatar and all those movies that you picked all those boring snore fests to be higher.
You know, when I first started to hear about Predator Badlands, I was like, I don't know. I mean, I'm gonna watch it, but I was like, had no excitement. And that first trailer dropped, and I'm like, hell yes. It gave the sci-fi elements, but I was curious on how they could do a story focused on that character. The additional cast really helps tie that in to connect with the audience. There's just so much to like about this film. It's incredibly fun, some amazing action, and for a CGI fest, like they did a really cool job of tying in a lot of practical things. I mean, even the guy that plays Predator, right? Like he was actually in there in the suit, and they CGI kind of his head, but like it works so well. And I love this just acceptance of Predator Aliens Worlds is all the same. We're just gonna go with it. And like, although there's no direct connections, like the fact that they kind of make some acknowledgments of I mean, there are some direct connections, but like they make acknowledgments and just
The whole company's there.
it's just accepted, and I love that, and that helps, just give me a little extra thing to love about the film. Really good stuff there.
I like that they started connecting the Independence Day aliens into it. I thought that was fun.
yeah, and the Galaxy Quest ones too. That was good.
Did they?
No, I'm just kidding.
They did connect the
I know. Okay. Number 6. I actually, after Sean said that Superman was on his honorable mentions, I didn't think we would have anything the same in this entire list, but surprise, surprise, our number 6s are both weapons. So my number 6 is also weapons. I think last year was the year that converted. Yeah, and you're right there, right with
7,
us, so, last year was the year that I kind of came into horror. Really, is where I kind of like accepted it into my life. And weapons,
like Jesus Christ, like
he finally accepted
it in. but yeah, man, weapons. What a friggin' ride! I mean, like, I can't remember a time where I'm looking around the theater and seeing people literally curled over, crunched, just like so scared. Like everybody, it does such a great job with creating that tension. That I don't know what the heck is going on. The subtleties, what you were talking about as far as you're asking, like, what does the gun mean? And I'm like ready to tell you what it means, but like, okay, I'll let you think it is what you wanted to think it is, like the director says. But yeah, I mean, it's such a blast. Again, I kept talking a lot of these films I talked about, acting being a focus, and here there's a lot of strong acting in it. Great cast. But really, it comes down, I think this back half of our list emphasizes for me feelings, and that one hit on those like scary feelings that are like really intense. And I thought I was telling everybody to see this movie. I was like, don't watch a trailer, just go watch it. Like, trust me, it's going to be good. So yeah, I really like that one.
Yeah, hell yeah. Now, same here. When I saw it the second time, I took my wife, and she was kind of on the fence, like, I don't know. And I was like, just trust me. Like, let's go. You're going to like it. And she was like, yeah, that was really good. I'm glad I came. So it was good stuff. All right. So that is 10 through 6 for everybody. We'll circle back around now for our top 5 of 2025 now. So coming in number 5 for me, Peeps already brought it up on his list a little bit earlier. Typically the Marvel films, they go a little bit higher, right? But I agree with you, Peeps. It was great, but when the grand scheme of things, like, it just didn't quite hit where I wanted it to, but still a great movie, and that was Fantastic Four. So Fantastic Four comes in number 5 for me. Great to finally have this crew in the MCU. Looking really forward to seeing what they do in Avengers Doomsday. Just to see them kind of move on and interact with some of our other heroes. This one here not being an origin story and kind of just coming in later, and then she's pregnant, and it's like I felt like there was a lot of missed opportunity to really see them do their thing. They're kind of pigeonholed, right? But there's a lot of cool moments with Galactus. Like Fred said, that whole space scene is visually just stunning. The wormhole and just all of that was great. Great humor. I mean, I like the casting. Just it had everything there. Same thing. It's a 5-star movie for me. But at the end of the day, like, it only hit number 5, and it's kind of a little unfortunate, but but still good enough to crack the top 5. So, hopefully on their next go around, we'll get something really, really cool. So coming in number 4 for me is a movie that, just from an action standpoint, because I'm an action junkie, I love action, and this movie just whooped some serious ass. And again, unfortunately, for some odd reason, nobody went to really support it, and it kind of came and went really quick. And that's Ballerina, from the world of John Wick. I loved Ballerina, man. Like, you got, Keanu Reeves coming back, doing an actual decent little amount of action in this thing, continuing the story in between John Wick 3 and 4, but then focusing on Ana de Armas's character. just again, if you like John Wick, there's no reason you wouldn't like this movie. This movie is nonstop action from start to finish and some great choreography. It's a beautiful looking movie, again, across several countries and all these different environments, and the flamethrower scene and just like all these different things, man. Like, and then Keanu coming in, his fight with her is awesome. And this movie just blew me away, man. I walked out of the theater so happy after watching this one, and it stuck with me, man. So Ballerina comes in at number 4. Coming in at number 3, we're going back to Marvel, and that is Thunderbolts. I loved Thunderbolts. This one was a really good return to form for Marvel. We joked before this movie came out, it's kind of Marvel trying to do a Suicide Squad kind of thing. Just throwing their B, C level characters kind of together, and like, what are we, some kind of Thunderbolts? I don't know. And then, but for whatever reason, everything clicked in this movie. It is emotional. Like, it's heartwarming. This movie makes me cry every fucking time. She's like, I'm so alone. And I'm like, oh God, don't be alone.
Not again.
Her talking to David Harbour and just there back and forth. And you're just like, she's lost everything. Nothing makes her feel anymore. She doesn't want to be the villain anymore. She wants to be a hero, and then all the characters play so well together in this thing, man. And then having the big twist at the end that they're the new Avengers and how that's going to bleed into Doomsday. And now you're going to have 2 different Avengers teams together, and who's the real one? Who's they're the fake one. Like,
they're the fake ones.
But they're the fake ones. But it's just crazy. Like it was, because we always wondered what that little asterisk was there at the end. And it was the new Avengers. This movie just has everything. I saw this one in the theater like 4 times. Like, I love this one. Bought it right when it came out. It's one of my daughter's favorite MCU films. My wife loved this one. That's why I think we saw it so many times, because nothing else was coming out, and we're like, you want to go see Thunderbolts again? Let's go. That's awesome. And that's like the true sign of, like, these movies that when I think of like a top 10 stuff like that, like that's what stands out to kind of land is that, again, that replay value, and just the movies that stuck with you. And you have the mental health things in here with Bob, and just all the different stuff, man. It just hits on so many levels. So Thunderbolts for me, number 3. Number 2, Avatar Fire and Ash. That is where Avatar lands for me. I love the Avatar franchise. Love all 3 of these movies. Kind of like Peeps said, though, like there's just something about this one a little bit that, like, it's still a 5-star. I still loved it, but like I think this was my most anticipated number 1 from last year. You could fact check that, Peeps. I'm pretty sure this was my number 1 most anticipated of 2025. Either it was number 1 or 2, and because 2. Because I just love this franchise so much. I saw Way of Water like 4 or 5 times in the theater. Like I loved it
3 times.
It was so good. And again, like it was the same kind of thing you said, Peeps, with your daughter and the anime. Like when I took my daughter to see Way of Water, like she was just like, what? Like just blown away. That's and cool. Just so locked into that world. And then they had re-released the first movie in theaters again, and we went and saw that, and then that was awesome experience again too. This one here, it's like I loved it, and then at the same time, I'm like, I haven't gone back to see it a second time. Like I'm kind of on the fence. Like I kind of want to do it, but then also that runtime kind of bugs me of like 315, 320. Like I Way of Water is like 310, and I never felt the runtime in Way of Water, but I did in Fire and Ash. Like I remember looking at my watch a couple of times, like how much longer is this one going to go? And that kind of tripped me out because, like I said, the other 2 were 3-hour movies, and I'd never once like even batted an eye at it. And this one, I really, really felt the runtime on. But I still loved it. I mean, it's number 2. It's not to knock it. It's just saying that, like, there's just something about it that kind of held it back a little bit from being that number 1 film. So so Avatar Fire and Ash lands at number 2. And of course, the number 1 film of the year is Superman. Come on, man. That's why it bugs me that this dude had it on number 11, like an honorable mention.
It was
Superman. Now, Obviously, again, full disclosure, Superman is my guy. That is my favorite
Yep.
superhero. I love Superman. It was going to be hard to not like this movie unless they completely shit the bed. But James Gunn coming in, launching this new DC universe, we got like that more kind of comic book kind of world, different from the way that the DCEU was set up, where it was darker and more grounded. This was light and bright, and we were embracing Green Lanterns and Hawkgirls and all these different things. Love the casting. I'm a Henry Cavill guy, but then David Cornsweet came in and just kind of killed it, crushed it, and I was like, okay, I can open my heart to this dude. I thought the casting was top notch. Like Rachel Brosnahan as Lois is perfection.
She was great.
Lex with Nicholas Hoult, awesome. Just love seeing this universe blossom from James Gunn across the other medians, and I'm glad he's already working on the second movie quickly, because we know I want to wait 10 years to see a sequel to this thing.
Yeah.
It's fun. It's witty. It's got great action. There's still some things that I would change about it, but at the end of the day, this is another one that I saw like 3 times in the theater, bought it, watched it at home, loved it, really fun time. So Superman is the #1 film of 2025. So that's what I got there. So Peeps, I hand it to you, man. 5 through 1. What we got?
Okay, here we go. Number 5 is a film that didn't make anyone's honorable mentions. It's not going to be on anyone's list, but it is my number 5 because
the Beavers movie was last year, Peeps. Okay, they can't say that one again.
Can't keep doing it.
I was going to do it again. But no, I had so much fun with this film, like so much fun. Every time I think about it, it's a great movie, and that's The Monkey. The Monkey,
I did like The Monkey.
It was an 80s film, but like presented today, like there are story beats that just don't make sense and that are kind of stupid, but there are so many like intense kills. Like this is like a what were you just talking about earlier, a Final Destination kind of film where like these like crazy kills. And I love movies with like a good amount of gore and like practical effects. And Tatiana Maslany is in this movie, and I've been in love with her ever since She-Hulk, and I'm like, I can't wait to see what she does in this. Holy shit. Oh, that sucks. But
you need to go see Primate in that thought. You're gonna you're gonna love that one.
I know, and that was a 2025 film, wasn't?
No, it comes out today.
Okay.
It just came out today, but I saw it several days ago, and it's fantastic.
I'm looking forward to it.
And it's got those practical, like good old school horror effects. So
I'm excited.
It's really good.
Yeah, I can't. I've been trying to I'm gonna tell my kids like, hey, let's go, and they're like, no, we'll watch Anaconda, but we're not watching that one. But yeah, man, I had such a blast with this movie. So Monkey is my number 5. Number 4, family friendly movie that I was cracking up at, and I was actually looking forward to this movie, and it was much better than I was anticipating that it would be. And again, me and the kids and I, we were quoting this movie for a minute after it had came out, but Zootopia 2.
It's great.
We had such a good time with this movie, and I just love Zootopia because they're these anthropomorphic, like intelligent animals, but they're just these stupid moments where they just turn into like just their animal forms, and it's just like just dumb humor. So I like it. Zootopia 2 is my number 4. Had an amazing time with it. And there's a post-credit scene in that movie too, if you guys didn't know.
I missed it. Dang it.
Seriously? It's like
I didn't say.
It's leading into Zootopia 3 potentially. Like right into that. So yeah. Okay. And number 3 is DX's number. Oh, DX didn't even have this on it. It was Frigginz. Fred, you had your number 7, but that's Predator Badlands. I saw this movie like 3 times in the theaters, maybe 2 or 3. I'm just a sucker for a handful of characters, for Godzilla, for Predator, for like aliens, and like Transformers. Like I'm an immediate sucker for that stuff. But this was so Predator, and like you were saying, Frigginz, like to make him, a quote unquote good guy, but not really. Like, yo, he's using a tool. Yeah, right. I can just use a tool. That's all you are. That's fine. And what's the name? What's the name? Sister Dakota Ellie Fanning. Is that her name? Yeah,
Elle Fanning.
Elle Fanning. She was great. Even her secondary role as the other sister character, I like kept having to think like, is this a completely different character? Like, oh no, that is her. Okay, yeah, I don't know. I had such a blast with this movie, and yes, tons of like, especially the end when he got all the weapons together and he had his little shoulder cannon slug. Like,
So
okay,
perfect.
whatever. Still good. Exactly. Stupid but great. So I appreciated it. Yeah.
It's my mother.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Oh no.
Yeah.
That's an 80s ending for you.
Right.
And not even like, and they don't even have to do anything else. They could just leave it at that. I'll be happy. But yeah, man, such a blast. Took my son to see it, and he wasn't as excited, but he was still pretty excited, like watching it. I think if they had more blood in there, he would have. So yeah. Number 2, DX. This was your number 3, and that is the Thunderbolts. You said it. Everything you said about this film, like I mirror 100%. There's really not much I can add to it, but like there were even moments towards the end, and I try not to spoil too much for those that haven't seen it. This almost year, probably a long old movie, but
came out in May.
There's a moment where they were going into someone's mind and going into a crazy person's mind, and things are happening on screen, and somebody told me they were actually having like an anxiety attack, or they're feeling like their own personal anxiety as they're seeing this person stuff happening. And like it's just like, that's how Frigginz was saying about movies making you feel stuff. Like this movie gave me the feels, and on many levels, just laughing and really feeling these characters and introducing us to some new characters and bringing back some old characters that, gosh, I didn't know I loved Ghost as much as I did in this movie, but like I need more Ghost. Like she was incredible. R.I.P. one character in the in this that I kind of wanted more from, but you know, it is what it is for that. But like so good. Freaking agent, what is it? The Patriot or the U.S. agent? Yeah,
U.S. agent.
Like,
yeah.
Gosh, John Walker is so great, and yeah, everything about this movie, like MCU all the way. Yeah, just love it. And my number 1 movie, and I knew DX that it wasn't going to hit your anything. You know, we've talked about it a lot. And
I know.
Frigginz. Frigginz. I think this might make.
I was like, what am I missing?
5. You know, we'll see.
Oh yeah.
But that is Sinners.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Sinners. I watched that movie, I don't know, probably 5 times, maybe 6 times in the theaters. I just had such a blast. It's like, you know, brothers, come, let's watch it. Mom, let's go see it. Yeah, anyone, hey, homeless person, you want $1? I'll give you $1, but you have to watch this movie with me. Let's go. And so there is a movie I would say, and Frigginz, you saw it before I did, and you told me don't watch anything, don't watch the trailer, don't watch anything on this movie, just go see it. I'm like, well, I've literally been avoiding and la trailers when it came out to the theaters because I saw there was a mystical, scary element to it, but I didn't want to know quite what it was. It was very ambiguous, the first teaser that I saw of it, but seeing what it was after watching it, I loved it. And DX was talking about the music with Tron. Tron is one of those movies I haven't seen. I'm pretty sure that would have been on my list because like just that once I heard that song, I was at the gym and that song came on. I'm like, what a song for the gym. Like,
yeah,
it was the song that came out in the trailer. I don't know what it's called, but it was
give me something to believe in.
Yeah, it was dope.
That sounds so good.
So I'm definitely going to be watching that movie and with headphones for sure. But yeah, man, Sinners. Like I knew very early this was going to be my number 1 film of the year. I was just kind of waiting. Is anything going to knock this? Like we still got Avatar coming. You know, we still got. You know, I was thinking maybe Predator, but like I can't stop loving this movie. And my brother, he is right there with DX, where the movie just didn't hit for him. And like, I understand it. Like, there's no, some people say you're just a blah because you don't like this movie. No, so this movie just doesn't connect with everyone, and that's fine. I recognize that, but for me, just so much of this movie hits on so many different levels. The characters, they never have to go back into this franchise again, though they probably will. Like, I love everything about this movie. So number one movie for me is Sinners for sure.
Whoop. Right on.
All
Man.
right, Frigginz, bring it home.
Good
What we got in these
stuff.
5?
Good stuff. All right. So, DX, you mentioned one other honorable mention in your top 5, and I just wanted to know Ballerina. I loved John Wick 1 so much. And
This is your number 5?
No, this is honorable. I was just noting that.
Oh, we're going back to
Ballerina, I
honorable
thought
mention.
it was going to be up there, but I just wanted to mention, unfortunately, there was just something about it that just didn't quite hit right. I did like it. I did enjoy it, but not as much as you do.
Just so everybody knows, I didn't watch Ballerina immediately because Frigginz didn't hype it up as much.
I'm sure that's the reason. I could give
walk,
him a list.
Don't run.
Horrible.
All
Movie's
right. Well,
incredible.
to my number 5 was also in y'all's top 5, and that is Thunderbolts. Marvel gets the MCU specifically has gotten a lot of slack for not being what it once was, and we've been kind of in the downward phase. And I think some of that's earned. Like, there's definitely been a visible change to some of the stuff, but this film brought back everything that I had missed from watching an MCU movie, and it hit every single level that it needed to hit. It had really interesting characters. It had emotional stuff. You guys have talked about all these amazing things to it, so I can echo exactly what you said, but I will also add on just a couple other pieces that really stood the test of time when I think of this movie, and I saw it multiple times in the theater as well. Every single showing I saw, and this is a little bit of a spoiler of a scene, but like when the girl gets vaporized, everyone in the theater goes, "Oh shit!" Like, no, but yeah, that gasp or like a comment. And I can't remember like that much of a reaction. I mean, that kind of been saying that about a lot of these movies this last year had these moments that hit. Like with Weapons, it was this like the scary, like, oh my goodness. And like with this one, it was just that, oh shit, like it was amazing. And then probably my favorite part of the movie was really when Bucky comes back on that motorcycle and he takes out that tank. Like, I literally got teary-eyed because Bucky Winter
how
Soldier
excited
like,
you were.
Yes, I was so happy and so excited to see Bucky Winter Soldier's kind of vibe, like kicking ass again. Like, he is one of my favorite things of the MCU, specifically Captain America: The Winter Soldiers, when he's out there just tearing it up. So it was so exciting for me to see that again. So that really brought a lot of joy to me. So that's number 5. Number 4 is a sequel. There is a movie that came out with Ben Affleck a couple years back called The Accountant. And I always thought that Accountant didn't have enough John Bernthal. And then you come out with Accountant 2, and it's like, oh, you wanted more
Bernthal.
They were hearing me talk, and they were like, Fred needs more Bernthal. So they made this movie specifically for me. I've told a lot of people that this was on the top 5 on my list, and everyone's like, really? Like, why? Like, I'm like,
Yeah, exactly.
well, you don't understand. This movie was made for me. Like,
it's a really good movie, but top 5? Come on.
Dude, I died when I was watching this movie. I was laughing so hard, and that was something I didn't expect. Accountant 2 should not be a comedy, but it is, and it's great. I loved every second of it. Like, sure, you can argue some of the plot story beats and stuff. Some things don't make any sense, of course, but look, I just want to see those two guys interacting. It's fantastic. They do such a great job. And Ben Affleck's character, he's like hilarious in his own way, and the chaoticness of John Bernthal's character, it's just amazing. Loved it. Absolutely loved it. Number 4. Number 3 was a surprise for me. F1. This was, like you guys, I'm not a big racing guy. I did get into the Netflix F1 show, so I guess maybe I had a little bit more knowledge than you guys, but that's not by much. But what I loved about the movie is that you don't have to know anything about racing to have enjoyed what you were seeing, right? Like, yeah, maybe I don't know the maneuver that they called it, but like at the same time, like, wow, that looked really cool. And they have like, those cool beats of, the hero coming in and saving the day. You have like the surprise twist, the almost deaths of certain people.
The crash.
Yeah, that crash, man. Holy shit. Talk about another crowd thing where everyone was like, no, like, it was there's just so many cool things happening. And the music, we've been talking about Tron, but like this one had some sweet music to go along with it too. When I watched it the second time, I saw it in IMAX the second time, and I was just like bumping to it too. And I'm like, I don't remember this being such a musical movie, but like it really has these cool beats to it. So very much enjoyed F1, and I cannot wait for a sequel. I'm really hoping that all pans out like they're supposedly planning. So give me some extra F1 racing now. That brings me to my number two. My number two is Superman. This is a fantastic film. I kind of almost the same thing you were saying, Don, like kind of coming in like little hesitations. Henry Cavill is the Superman, but like, yeah, Cornswell did it. He found a way to be incredibly charming. And what I liked is, as much as I love Henry Cavill Superman now, which yes, I know if you listened to our earlier episodes years and years ago, I talked so much shit about Man of Steel. I like it now. Okay, whatever. Okay. I can change.
You accepted it into your life.
I accepted the Man of Steel.
Somehow the snob overrode your nerdy comic book side. Like,
exactly. Too
but
satisfying.
I just found that he hit on all the things I wanted out of a Superman, right? Like, I've been reading comics basically my whole life, and one of my arguments was always like, this wasn't the hopeful heroic Superman. And I hear a lot of people talk shit about the fact that he got his ass kicked in this movie, but like, I love those components. I think that's like a good thing. And when I first watched this film, I had a work interruption that took me out of like a huge chunk at the end, and so my first experience was actually not a good one. And I was kind of like, I don't know. Watched it the second time.
Yeah, you missed a lot from what I remember. He was like, when it was first went to this chunk to here, like, geez,
it was a huge chunk. And so now, like, and I see it the second time, love it. That's the movie I've seen the most this year. And you would think that maybe that would be number one, but I saw that movie the most in theaters. I really like it. John, you mentioned the other characters too, Green Lantern, Hawkgirl, everyone, really standing out.
Damn, Mr. Terrific.
God, he's such a good character. So yeah, good stuff. Great film. And if you haven't watched Superman yet, like, what are you doing? Go watch it.
Real quick, Fred, I have no idea what you're about to say. Like, I'm looking at what you could say for your number one. I have no freaking idea. Like, I think he's probably going to be saying,
fucking going with
he's probably going to be saying the gosh, what was the Rock one?
Smashing Machine. I missed that one actually.
Yeah.
Well, let me say this first. I'm going to keep Sean in suspense for just a little bit longer at DX because I just wanted to know.
I know exactly what.
I know you know, but I keep a list of all the movies that I see throughout the year. Now, obviously, Letterboxd will tally the movies you lock. So I saw 160 movies over the entire year. However, I keep a separate list to show how many 2025 movies did I watch, and so that's one of the things I like to look at. And I saw 88 2025 movies, and to me that's a little low. Usually I'm closer to 100, so 88 was a little bit of a disappointment. But out of the 88, my favorite movie came very early on in the year and kept that number one spot throughout the entire time frame, and it matches you, peeps, with Sinners.
Told you.
Whoa, that's crazy. What?
I freaking loved it. The beauty about Sinners is you almost get two movies in one. I keep telling people this. You get this awesome story about these two brothers and the struggles that they're experiencing, and that is almost a whole movie in and of itself. and then they incorporate the next section with the vampire stuff. And I love the swings that the movie took, and as far as like the musical scene, Ryan Coogler takes this big swing with having these like this weird like music video just thrown in the middle of the movie, and it works so well. I mean, I could go on and on and on. I know we're running a little long on our time here, but like this film is the #1 movie of the year in my opinion, because of the acting, because of the score, because of the cinematography, the mixing of the IMAX. You have a great story, and it just has so much cool components, and there's so much to like there's all these individual pieces, and you can like any one of those individual pieces, and it's fantastic. Yeah, absolutely loved it. I took friends to it too, just like you were saying, Peeps. Like, I'm like, no, we gotta go back. We gotta see this again. If
you told me I need to watch it.
Oh yeah,
you're like, you gotta go like now. Yeah,
this year was the year of like, don't watch a trailer, just go watch it.
It really
so many of these movies were like that. But yes, Sinners.
So you guys were dragging everybody to it, and I was like, "Don't go watch that shit."
Yeah, I listened to your review, and I was like, "What is wrong with you, Don?"
It's funny because most people I meet in real life agree with me, but like the film world is like you guys, like all like #1 is the best movie, but then like I feel like everyone I have a verbal conversation with in real life is like, yeah, I don't get it either, man. The movie sucks. So like I'm just like, it's such a weird dichotomy of that movie, man.
Yeah, it really is.
Because our boy Geeky Patty hated it too, and everybody I work with hated it. Like I haven't met another person that's like, yeah, and I'm like, so what is going on? Why does this thing have like a 98%? And like, why is everybody talking about it in the top 10? It's crazy.
Everybody I work with loves it, so that's kind of funny.
Weird, man. Same. I know. So, I remember when it hit HBO, and then people were like, "Oh, I finally got to see it." I hated it. I was like, okay, it's not just me.
You,
all right, let's run down these top 10s real quick in full. So for me, number 10, Companion. Number 9, Good Fortune. Number 8, F1. Number 7, Weapons. Number 6, Tron Ares. Number 5, Fantastic Four, First Steps. Number 4, Ballerina, from the world of John Wick. Number 3, Thunderbolts, aka the New Avengers. Number 2, Avatar, Fire and Ash. And number 1, Superman. Peeps, run down your top 10.
Number 10 is the Knives Out sequel, Wake Up Dead Man. Number 9 is Fantastic Four. Number 8 is the Naked Gun remake. Number 7 is Avatar 3, Fire and Ash. Number 6, Weapons. Number 5, The Monkey. Number 4 is Utopia 2. Number 3, Predator Badlands. Number 2, Thunderbolts. And numero uno is Sinners.
All right, Frigginz.
And I have at number 10, The Ballad of Wallace Island. Number 9, Rental Family. Number 8, One Battle After Another. Number 7, Predator Badlands. Number 6, Weapons. Number 5, Thunderbolts. Number 4, The Accountant 2. Number 3, F1. 2 is Superman. And number 1, Sinners.
Woohoo!
I must say,
guys.
I'm definitely surprised. Like I was doing a bit of some research on what other people thought, and a lot of people were saying that Marty Supreme is like one of the best movies of the year, and Sentimental Value. I thought for sure Frigginz was going to have those two on
100%, 100%.
Or even
I saw Marty
Frankenstein. I thought you were going to have Frankenstein on yours, DX, but yeah.
I haven't even watched Frankenstein.
It's good. I got to see. We have a like one of those theaters that shows like the like rare releases up here. So I got to see Frankenstein and the Knives Out sequel. What is it again? Wake Up Dead Man. I got to see both those in theater. Really cool experience.
I saw Wake Up Dead Man in the theater as well.
Yeah, your episode reminded me. I was like, so I started looking for it, and I was like, oh sweet, I can still see it. And I did see Marty Supreme, by the way. It is a great film. Like, you know, all the categories, Oscar, like acting and whatever, scripting and cinematography. But the guy is a scumbag. Like, I could not like that character whatsoever, and so it tanked it. It tanked it. Yeah, and it does the job well. Like,
yeah,
Timothy is phenomenal in it. Like, you know, I give him so much credit. He really portrays that. But like, I couldn't put it on my list because I could not root for this character.
I'll wait for your
Okay.
friggin' movie review on that one. So
Oh, yeah. All right.
All right, so that is the top 10 of 2025. And as always, we're going to transition here. This part will go a little bit quicker because we haven't seen any of these movies. So we're just going to kind of rank them out and kind of see where things land. So this, of course, is the fun part as we talk some honorable mentions of what's coming out in 2026. And then, of course, our top 10 most anticipated of this new year. We are now in January. It is 2026. We have a whole year ahead of us. What are we excited for? There's some really good stuff coming out. There's going to be a lot of other things coming out that we have no clue because right now it's just a name on a piece of paper and we don't know nothing about it. We haven't seen no trailers. We haven't seen nothing. So we don't know. And then things will come out and they will surprise us. So that's always the fun part here. So honorable mention side, got a group of films here that I'm going to go through real quick. Starting off, and again, in no particular order, it's funny. I had made my list actually a couple weeks ago. And when I had made my list, I originally had on my honorable mentions Greenland 2, which actually just hit theaters today. I went and saw it last night, and I really liked it. But I was also kind of like, it's hard sometimes doing the show and then naming a movie that you've already seen. So I actually took it off and I replaced it, but I replaced it because this trailer dropped yesterday and blew me away, and I'm super excited. So I'm putting on The Wrecking Crew. This is the one I shared with you guys in the chat today. Dave Bautista, Jason Momoa. It is they play brothers. They are cops. Their father's killed, and they reluctantly team up to find out who killed their dad. It looks like a balls to the wall action movie. It is over the top. It is crazy. It's an action comedy. It is everything that I love in a movie. I showed my wife this trailer last night, and she immediately was just like, "Yep, that's a Don movie. You're gonna fucking love it." And I was like, "Yep." She was like, "If I've ever seen a trailer that's a Don movie, it's this one right here."
That's awesome.
That's what this is. I love it. So I added it. I slid it in and replaced Greenland with The Wrecking Crew. My next one up, really don't know much about because there's only one trailer and it looks kind of weird, but I'm also very intrigued. It's The Bride. So this one here with Christian Bale as Frankenstein, but like in a very weird kind of natural born killers looking kind of way that we're getting like the supernatural with like the everyday world. It's kind of odd, and we'll see how it plays out. It could be really shitty or it could be really cool. So The Bride is in there. This next one here actually comes out at the end of the month, and I'm looking really forward to it. It's Sam Raimi's new film, Send Help. I think this looks incredible. Rachel McAdams, Dylan O'Brien looks super, super good. And I believe in Sam Raimi, man. He knows how to put a movie together. And this looks like a fun stranded on the island.
How you're talking about.
He's the asshole boss, and now she gets to, take charge.
I'm the boss. Yeah.
I'm the boss now. So Send Help is there. Next one up, I'm just a sucker for this franchise, and we got another one coming out in a couple months, and that is Scream 7. I love the Scream franchise, and I'm anxious to see with Nev Campbell coming back and kind of the original team coming back to do this one. So curious to see where it takes us. This one comes out in February.
I had no interest until I saw the trailer. And that's actually a good trailer. It's
a good trailer, man. I hope they could do something a little different with this one. My next one up, again, no trailer, don't know much about it, but being a kid from the 80s, Masters of the Universe. I'm anxious to see a new He-Man movie. I am ready to see what we do with this here. From the rumors I'm hearing, all the test screenings have been through the roof, and they're saying this thing is incredible. So I've heard nothing but good things. Comes out this summer, and looking really forward to seeing some live action He-Man. We haven't had it since Dolph Lundgren in like 1988. So we are
the shit out of that movie.
We are due for a new Masters of the Universe. So
I loved that movie as a kid.
My next one up, and Peeps, we were just talking like with the Naked Gun, and there's not enough spoof movies anymore. Well, next summer, Scary Movie 6 drops, and I am ready for it. So Scary Movie 6 is on honorable mentions. The Wayans brothers are back. Of course, this is the crew that did Scary Movie 1 and 2, which are obviously the two best out of the 5 or 6 films that we got after the fact, because the team kind of pivoted after the Wayans left. But this is them coming back, writing, directing, doing their thing. The whole crew is back. Anna Faris is back. Like, this is going to be hilarious. They've had a lot of years to put some good shit together and mock some really cool things. So I am ready for it. Scary Movie 6. Next up, I have high hopes because of Weapons and director Zach Cregger's, he is doing a Resident Evil reboot. So Resident Evil is on my list, really because of him. I'm not the biggest Resident Evil fan. The games are cool, but like the Mila Jovovich films, there's a couple good ones, but most of them suck. Like the reboot they did a couple years ago was pretty good, but it's a hit and miss franchise. I think in the hands of Zach Cregger's, we could be in for something really cool. So that made it an honorable mention. My next one is going to the comedy side, and I'm excited that I never thought in a million years we'd get a fourth movie in this franchise, but it's Focker-in-Law, the fourth Meet the Parents film. Yeah. I love the Meet the Parents, and now, you know, Ben Stiller's kind of the grandpa here, you know, and you got Ariana Grande as like his daughter-in-law, and it's gonna be, I think it's gonna be hilarious. I'm ready for it, so let's go. And then I got two more. My next one is Jumanji. The next Jumanji is coming out this year around Christmas. Obviously, The Rock coming back, Kevin Hart, Jack Black, Karen Gillan. This time the avatars come into the real world, so we're gonna flip it again, kind of like the original Jumanji, which is gonna be pretty cool here. And it's supposed to be the last one, so I think they're gonna go out with a bang. I love the other ones; they're really, really fun family flicks. So I'm excited for that. And my last honorable mention is Clayface. Curious to see what they do with this one. I think it's going to lean into the horror. It's going to be kind of a body horror kind of film. What do you do with a Batman villain that doesn't have Batman? It's going to be interesting to see, and I'm curious to see how they pull it off. We haven't seen any footage or trailers or anything for this one yet, but I'm anxious. It has piqued my interest. So Clayface is my last honorable mention here. So Peeps, what you got for honorable mentions in 2026?
Oh man, there's a lot of stuff I hear that I was kind of looking at, but I will say that family friendly. I agree with the Jumanji. I'll echo that. Yeah, definitely Masters of the Universe, but didn't quite make my top 10 is Mortal Kombat 2. Looking forward to it for sure, but we'll see what happens. It is really where I'm at. Honorable mention, my kids and I, we loved the last Super Mario Brothers movie, so the Super Mario Galaxy movie that's coming out. Yeah, my kids and I are definitely going to be there like day one. I was a big fan of the first one. I never watched the second one, so kind of why I'm in honorable mentions, but I really want to see Super Troopers 3.
And you haven't seen trailers?
I haven't seen the second one. No.
Oh, the second one.
Okay. First
one's I saw the first one. That's amazing. Yeah.
Classic.
They Will Kill You. I think that was the Zazie Beetz, the Zazie Beetz really movie good. That we're mentioning earlier. Yeah, that looks dope.
Great trailer.
Yeah, I worry that it's one of those trailers that show too much, though. I mean, like right out of the gate, I
kind of agree because there's a lot of kills you see with main characters in that trailer. So
I didn't. So I saw how fun it was, and I immediately turned it off. I'm like, "Yep, I think I'm good."
That for the rest of the until it comes out.
Especially the Red Band trailer. Much. The Red Band trailer shows a lot.
That's what I saw.
I saw this film had I guess a 2025 showing, but it's not coming out, I think, officially until 2026. But good luck, have fun, don't die.
Mm-hmm. It comes out in February.
Yeah. So there's that. Supergirl didn't make it, but looking forward to Supergirl. I know Frigginz knows all about the story and what happens and why we're supposed to care about what's happening in this trailer with this Guardians of the Galaxy movie, but I don't know. We'll see. And let me see. You mentioned Resident Evil. Oh, and I saw Andy Serkis was directing another adaptation of Animal Farm, which is a horrendously dark book. So I'm kind of curious on how that'll
it's an animated movie.
Yeah, but it's isn't it about like racism and murder and I don't know. It's a
I don't know. Yeah. I don't even know anything about it.
Yeah. Anywho, dark book. So we'll see how film go. And that's all my honorable mentions.
All right,
I'll be brief with my honorable mentions. I did not have Dune Part 3 making it to the list. I do like Dunes. Those movies are good. I'm one of the few people that actually likes the first one better than the second one.
Of course.
Jesus. But you know, they're great. So I'm gonna
Oh, yes. I was going to
they
say.
got a boo. Big fan of Carl Urban. Now, I haven't watched the trailer. This movie, I just briefly saw like a couple still images. I don't even know.
Oh, the fucking pirate one.
The Bluff, yes. I have a feeling like the trailer is gonna come on. I'm like, never mind. But like,
Yes, it's gonna bomb so bad.
The images were so cool. I was like, Carl Urban is a pirate, Priyanka Chopra. Like this could be so cool.
This
so
is a Prime Video exclusive.
Dang. Okay. Well, I said it already, so I just gotta take it. Ready or Not to Here I Come. Ready or Not was a surprise movie. I wouldn't have watched if Don didn't push me to watch. You talking about it made me do it, and I did not regret it. That movie is phenomenal. Hail Mary. This movie was actually on my 10 for the longest time. I've been so hyped for this, and then the trailer came out, and I loved it. And I'm like, hell yeah, this movie's cool. I'm gonna watch this movie. Can't wait. But because I already know, like, I'm already like, it's already there. Like, I don't really have the anticipation for it anymore because I already saw the trailer. So I'm just kind of like, it's right around the corner. So that's kind of dropped. So that's in my honorable mentions. And the last one, this one shocked the shit out of me that I did not know was being made. I don't remember you ever talking about it. And this is based on a comic book called 4 Kids Walk Into a Bank. This book blew up when it came out and was all the top of the comic community. Immediately picked it up, read the whole story. It's got Liam Neeson in it. It looks like, I mean, I haven't seen the trailer, but if it looks or follows anything similar to the story of this comic book, we should be in for a treat. So I'm extremely excited to see this trailer for 4 Kids Walk Into a Bank. And that's my honorable mentions. I'll leave it at that. You guys mentioned a lot of the other ones like Mario and some other things. So I'll just leave it at those. I just want to add those ones in there.
All right. Well, let's get into it. So most anticipated of 2026, our top 10. We'll do it like we did 25. We'll go 10 through 6 and we'll circle around and kind of go from there. So coming in at number 10 for me, I don't think a couple months back I would have put this in the top 10. And then I saw that they were being kind of true to things and they were really embracing the corniness of it all.
I know you're going.
I'm going to do Street Fighter at number 10. They put out the little teaser and it is straight out the video game. It takes place in the 90s.
Tactics. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, man. They got a really cool, fun cast in this. I can't wait to see Momoa as Baraka and Blanca and fucking just everything, man, that they've got going on this. I'm just laughing at it, like, because it just looks like it's going to be a blast. And that's, again, what we talk about, man, just having fun and seeing it. I mean, obviously, we grew up playing this video game, this and Mortal Kombat, and that's crazy that we're getting both next year. So it's going to be really, really interesting to see. It's been a long time coming. Street Fighter at number 10. Number 9 is a movie that I think looks incredible. I see a lot of hate online of people just being like, oh, this is just a rip off of this and it just looks whatever. But I think it looks great. And it actually comes out at the end of this month and I can't wait to see it. And that is Chris Pratt's new one, Mercy. I think Mercy looks super, super cool. I love the digital concept of like, the AI computer being judge, jury, executioner. You've got 90 minutes, prove yourself innocent. If not, they're just going to get you in the chair right then and there. But I like that he's a cop and he's being framed and he's got to prove his innocence. So he didn't kill his wife. It does look kind of Minority Report-ish, but that doesn't bother me. I don't know why so many people are so like, oh, this is just a dig off of this and that. And it's like, It's not. It's different. It's using the technology. It was filmed in IMAX for 3D. It's supposed to be a really cool kind of event picture. I think it looks incredible. Yeah, man. So it just, when I looked at the full list of the year, when we talk about anticipation, I'm anticipating this one here. So I got Mercy at number 9.
When I first saw it, I thought it was going to be like, is this like one of those COVID movies where it's just him on a chair the whole time and going from place to place, like the World of Worlds with Ice Cube? But I saw another trailer and I'm like, oh yeah, that's not.
Yeah, the second trailer you see more of him out in the field and doing stuff. Yeah. And you got Rebecca Ferguson as the AI computer, which is super cool. She's always great and everything. So I'm anxious to see this one. My number 8 sad that Frigginz dropped it to his honorable mentions, because I do, from everything I hear, this is the picture of the year, and will probably take Best Picture at the Oscars next year as well, for everything. And that is Project Hail Mary. Project Hail Mary, from Lord and Miller, who y'all love everything that they do. 21, 22 Jump Street. The faces
Sean, you're gonna like it.
The Millers and the Machines, and like Ryan Gosling, like going into space trying to save Earth because it's fucking dying. This has everything going for it, man. It's going to be heartwarming. It's going to be funny. It's going to have some action. I think it's really going to be incredible. So this one comes out, I believe, in March, and it lands at my number 8. Number 7, again, I'm shocked that Frigginz only had this in honorable mentions as well, and I'm shocked that I have it in my top 10, and that is Dune 3. So I hate the first one. It is so shitty. It is boring as fuck. It is just such a bad movie, and I didn't even want to see the second one, but I went and I watched it, and I was pleasantly surprised. I love the second one.
This is
The
great.
second one is awesome. Things happen. The pacing is good. They fixed everything that was wrong with the first one. So it's a 50-50 shot here, man. This is why I hesitated even putting it in the top 10, because I'm like, I could love it. I could hate it. It depends which way the pendulum is going to swing on this one. But I'm going to hope that we're heading in the right direction, and we'll continue off too. So I put Dune 3 at number 7. And rounding out at my number 6, it is Michael. I love Michael Jackson, and this is the true story about Michael. Mama say, Mama sa, humakusa. And I'm ready to see the true story here. I love biopics, especially about bands that I like. Bohemian Rhapsody was my favorite movies that year when it came out. I love seeing the true story behind the scenes. And, I mean, again, people our age, we grew up on Michael. Michael was the guy, the king of pop. And I've been waiting to see a biopic. And, his nephew is playing him in this movie. So it's very close to the chest. And it sounds like him. He dances like him. He looks like him. And it works, man. So, and it's directed by Antoine Fuqua, who is he's really good at everything he does. So, man, I'm super stoked for this one. So Michael comes in at number 6. So that's what I got, 10 through 6. Peeps, you up?
Excellent. I forgot completely about that Project Hail Mary. So my 10 was Hoppers, the Pixar animated movie that my kids and I crack up at, but it got bumped. So I now have Project Hail Mary for my 10. But number 9 is a movie I don't really know much about because I've been trying to avoid any information on it, but I know that Steven Spielberg is directing a new sci-fi film called Disclosure Day. And like I can't say Steven Spielberg every time he comes out with something it's a stellar hit, but like they're generally pretty entertaining, and like who knows. So I am definitely anticipating Disclosure Day to see what we got.
The trailer is out, so be warned.
Yeah, the trailer is out, but it doesn't really show anything.
Watching.
Yeah, that's true.
It's a teaser.
Gotcha. Next one was one DX had on his honorable mentions, and this is just because this is my favorite Batman villain. Like, I've been wanting to see him on screen, and the fact that we're getting Alan Tudyk, I think is how you say his last name, to voice him, or I don't know, maybe even portray his human form. I have no idea, but that's
Alan Tudyk has nothing to do with this.
I thought he's done it.
Okay.
Yeah, Alan Tudyk is the voice in Creature Commandos. And he does the Harley Quinn one.
I thought he was still doing this one.
This is one of the exceptions here. They got a totally different guy to be Clayface.
Well, irregardless, I love Clayface. When Ron Perlman was Clayface in the original animated series, that's my dude. So I'm just hoping that it's more comic book and less like the Batman, but we'll see.
Because it's not part of that Batman universe. It's the DCU. So
I know.
He could be more magical.
Big hulking.
We need that.
Number 7 is a film that I know is going to kill in the box office, and I'm sure at the Oscars, is The Odyssey. And, I feel like I should have had it higher up, but like these nostalgias and things coming back, it just pushed it down. But Yeah, the Chris Nolan, right?
Yeah.
Doing the Odyssey. We got that scene, not even the trailer, but we got that scene before Avatar. I don't know. Some people did. Some
I didn't
people
have
didn't.
it.
Okay, yeah.
Did you watch an IMAX?
I tried in two. I bought an extra ticket. Well, on the stubs, I went in and just watched the trailer just so I can see it, and it wasn't there. I saw the trailer eventually, but not the scene. I didn't get to see the scene
because I know that was IMAX exclusive.
Yeah, and it's just the scene had this like it was quiet in the beginning and this slow like I don't know what kind of noise it was, but it just got louder and louder as the scenes went on and on as it got more and more intense. And yeah, I was looking forward to it before, but like I want the Odyssey. And number 6 is what DX called for his number 10. Get really excited to see Baraka at Jason Momoa playing Blanca.
Hey man, I told you there's 2 movies coming out.
That and Mortal Kombat. But man, Street Fighter. Like when I saw that trailer, it's so silly, and Street Fighter is dumb. Like it's dumb. Right now, Street Fighter 6. They have it's called World Tour mode, where you go out in the streets and you walk around and you challenge people. There are refrigerators that are bouncing around that will challenge you to a street fight, and you're having a fight with a refrigerator and a Zumba. Like it's a dumb freaking story, and I can't. I'm excited. I'm hoping they don't. It doesn't come off like hokey and low budget, but like let's make it cool. Like you can be silly. It's a hard. It
is.
Target.
It's gonna be a hard line, man, because that trailer, there's some corny aspects to it, but it looks fun. Fun.
Exactly, and that's what I'm. And even like the action, it looks like they're using a lot of wires to throw people around on, which I'm looking forward to. So yeah, definitely Street Fighter, and that's my 10 through 6.
All right.
Well, let's see. At my number 10, I match you, DX. Also Street Fighter. Same thing you guys said. My favorite part is that they are all like basically costume accurate for the game. There's only a couple of modifications or different. The Guile hair looks ridiculous, like it should. Everything is ridiculous, like it should. It probably would have been higher on my list. Again, though, like once I see something like I get excited for it, but also it's like, but what if the other thing I haven't seen is even better? But nonetheless, it did make my number 10. My number 9 cracks me up because I've been listening to DONMEGA for many years. And there's a thing that this man says that always drives me insane. I want you to know that when you say this, I am screaming at you on the other end of the microphone or on the earbuds saying, but I do. And DX always says something along the lines of, why the hell are we making another Robin Hood? Nobody likes Robin Hood anymore. Exactly. And I'm always over there like,
have we not figured this out yet, Hollywood? Nobody wants this shit.
They're making it for me. The death of Robin Hood. The title alone had me announcing a little bit of the trailer with Old Man Logan, but Robin Hood, like, okay, let's see. And A24 is taking over, man. That like everything they do is just so interesting.
That's the one thing I'll agree with you on.
Number 8 was one of y'all's honorable mentions, and that would be Masters of the Universe. One of my first memories of a kid is playing with Masters of the Universe stuff, like the He-Man toys and all that, and it was such a huge component of my early youth. And we talked about the Dolph Lundgren one. I watched that a billion times, so very excited for that. I cannot wait to see what everyone is buzzing about that you said, Don. So that is going to be good. My number 7 is going to piss you guys off that it's so low, and that's not low. It's still number 7.
You say Spider-Man, I'm going to be pissed.
Well, I'll start being pissed because I picked Spider-Man as number 7.
Oh my god! Seriously?
Look, I mean, I like Spider-Man. But
you obviously don't.
He's not my favorite. Like,
I can't wait to some bullshit movies above this. This is gonna be fucking hilarious.
Spider-Man Brand New Day, number 7. There's not. I can't even pick the bullshit movies because I don't know what they are yet. Like that's But yeah,
That's worse than my
number
Superman take. I don't
No,
know.
it's not. Superman was way worse. It didn't even make it a 10. At least Spider-Man's
that
in
is
the
pretty
10.
bad.
And my number 6 is Clayface. Yes, I have Clayface over Spider-Man because I've seen Spider-Man stuff.
I think
I-
Spider-Man
there's
stuff,
a-
so
there's a-
that means
He
that
hates it. He obviously hates it.
characters I haven't seen.
Tom Holland's the worst Spider-Man.
that is not anything I've ever said. He's an amazing Spider-Man. I'm interested in the unknown. Okay, guys, I want to see what the Clayface stuff is.
Okay,
be.
hold on.
I'm very intrigued.
Because you said, I'm going to use your own
there's gonna be
words.
some hypocritical. There's going to be a lot
you
of
were
hypocritical
like,
comments
this is
right
what
now.
he said. This is what he said.
He
I
knows
was
it. He
rewind
knows
about a half hour ago, right? He said, you know what the accountant needed? More Bernthal. I needed more Bernthal to have an amazing movie. Well, you know what Superman or the next Spider-Man has? John Bernthal in it as the Punisher. So I don't know. Why did that not help boost it? Like it boosted the accountant too. I just would like to say.
This isn't going to make you feel any better, but it did help. That's why it's number 7. And
Oh my God.
10.
So it was worse? If we took Bernthal out, it wasn't even 7?
Yeah.
It's
Pretty
got
much.
the Hulk in it too. Come on, man.
Yeah, I don't care about the Hulk. Sorry, Peeps.
You Hulk, I get it. I get it.
But yeah, number 6, Clayface, and that's my bottom 5.
All right.
What was your number 9? Right after Street Fighter?
Death of Robin Hood.
Oh yeah. Oh.
Yeah, Robin Hood.
I already forgot about it again.
For the audience when it comes out. All right. Here we go. 5 through 1 coming in at number 5. We talked a lot about video games, and here it is. Mortal Kombat 2 is here. This is one of those movies we talked about. It's one of those movies that we talked about in the beginning. That was on last year's list because it was supposed to come out in October, and the trailer came out and it looked amazing, and I've been ready for it. And then literally in like September, they were like, hey, we're pushing it back to next year. It's not going to come out in May. But the good thing is they pushed it back to May, which is prime summer movie season, because all the word going around is this movie's fantastic. It's amazing action. It is the Mortal Kombat we have all been waiting for, that they have finally nailed the landing here. And this movie's super awesome. So they were so confident in it that they moved it to a prime real estate summer movie season and didn't want to drop it in just October. So that's pretty cool. If you're going to push a movie back, I'm glad you got a good reason. So yeah, the trailer's incredible, especially the Red Band trailer. It's got the fatalities, it's got all the good stuff. We were heading in the right direction with that last movie, but it was missing a little something. It didn't quite hit it. This one I think is going to hit it. Carl Urban coming in as Johnny Cage. It's embracing that cheesiness like Street Fighter is, but also taking up the visual game. So it looks awesome. So Mortal Kombat 2 comes in at number 5.
I do like also that like they're throwing in there, like, obviously Carl Urban being as old as he is playing Johnny Cage, like that's part of the story. Like he is an older, washed up like actor in that world. Like it's not relevant anymore. And then the world of Mortal Kombat pops up. So I kind of like that. Like I appreciate that more than when I heard Carl Urban being Johnny Cage. I'm like, why?
Yeah. All right, coming in number 4, we are back in the theater with some Star Wars. So it's Mandalorian and Grogu coming in at number 4. Of course, love the series. Of course, it started off as a Disney Plus show, and we all met Baby Yoda, and we've been on the adventures for multiple seasons. And now Jon Favreau getting to step in and make a big budget version on the big screen. And we haven't had a Star Wars in the theaters in multiple years. So I'm anxious for this, man. I love The Mandalorian. I love Grogu. This, of course, looks like it has everything you want from the TV side bumped up a notch, and that's pretty damn awesome. So I'm ready for it, ready to get back to Star Wars in the theater. So that is number 4. Number 3 was sad, Peeps, that you had it on your honorable mentions, because I'm going to go with Supergirl. Supergirl number 3. Again, looking very forward to this. Of course, that teaser trailer just came out recently. I agree with you. Looked very Guardians of the Galaxy, but not a bad thing. We all love Guardians. I like that it has that aesthetic. But what's funny about that is that this one isn't even done by James Gunn, and this is the one that looks like Guardians of the Galaxy. So we have a different director here. But I don't know much about this story. I didn't read that Woman of Tomorrow comic book, so I'm anxious to just see the adventure it takes us on. Like, what is she going through that she leaves Earth and she's, you know, jumping around all these other planets, and what's going on, and what makes her finally embrace being Supergirl, kind of probably coming back to Earth at the end there and kind of, you know, embracing being the hero that she is. So I'm anxious to see something else in this new DCU. And I think it's gonna be awesome. I think Millie Alcock is a great actress, and I think she's gonna really kill it in this role. So that is my number 3.
I'm just really over these like trailers, and we're going to play like an older upbeat song, like
classic rock song, and then
exactly.
You hate
like
fun, you hate joy. You know what you're saying? It's so great. So it makes it
Spider-Man should be higher in your list. I'm not going to let that go, sir. You obviously don't like fun or joy to not look forward to this thing that you know has been great.
It's on the list.
Okay, anyway, exactly. That leads me to number 2, where it belongs in that Spider-Man Brand New Day. Where it belongs in the top 5, in the top 2, not number 7. I don't know who would do such a thing, but yeah, Spider-Man. I'm anxious. You know, this movie here, a 4th Spider-Man movie. We've never gone past 3 with any of the other iterations, so I'm glad to see a 4th movie. I'm glad Tom Holland is back. I'm anxious to see the story continue on now that nobody knows who he really is. Nobody knows that, you know, who Peter Parker is. How does he embrace that journey? How does he, you know, go on being Spider-Man? And then, yes, you bring in those elements that Punisher is going to be in this, which I think is incredible because, again, we just got John Bernthal back in the actual MCU, coming off the Netflix side and then getting to be in Daredevil this past year. And then he's going to go do this. And then he's going to get a Punisher spinoff after this later this year that's going to take place with him right after Spider-Man. So anxious to see where that character goes. Mark Ruffalo coming in here as Hulk, and the rumors are saying he's going to go back to being Hulk in this fucking movie. So I'm anxious to see Hulk return to form. And what's going on? Who's the villains? There's a lot of sub-level villains, right? We got Tombstone and a couple of the other street-level guys, but what's going to be the big villain? Sadie
Scorpion,
Stranger Things is in this, and who is she playing? You know, a lot of people are saying, is she Jean Grey? Is she, you know, the Mayday Parker from the comics, you know, coming across the multiverse? Like, who is she? Is she a villain? Like, nobody knows who she is. So there's a lot of unknowns in this movie. Destin Daniel Cretton is stepping in to be the director of this one. He's the one that did Shang-Chi. So I think it's going to have a really cool new look to it because the same director, John Watts, did all the other 3 movies. So now we have a different, fresh take here. So it just makes everything a lot more exciting for this Spider-Man. I think this is one's really going to kill it this summer when it comes out in July. It's our next MCU film. And then my number 1, Avengers Doomsday, baby. Could there be any other than Avengers Doomsday?
Yeah. Could there, Fred?
If anybody's going to have it.
Wait and see what's number 5.
But no, very anxious for this. We haven't had an Avengers movie in years. And then this one here, you know, bringing back our core favorites, you know, seen Robert Downey Jr. step into Von Doom, to see the Fantastic Four come in, to see the Fox X-Men come in. Like, there's just so much going on in this universe. Yes, exactly. You know, they're doing that marketing right now with the little baby teasers each week, and giving us just these little nuggets of taste, man. And I can't wait to see what this story is. I hope this is a movie unlike Avatar, where I hope it goes 3:45 when we see it, because I need as much as I can. I want to see it fleshed out. I want to see all these people come together. There's a lot of people from this last phase that we haven't seen interact with our original Avengers and stuff. So there's so much unknown in this movie to see everybody come together. How are they playing Doom in this? Is he a variant? Are they even going to talk about him looking like Tony Stark? You know, like, are we going to just ignore that? Like, I don't know which way they're going to play it. And that's exciting to see. So I'm ready for it, man. It just sucks. This movie was supposed to come out in May. They pushed it back to December. So now we got to wait to the end of the year to get this one. But at least it's this year. So I'm ready for Avengers Doomsday. And that is number 1 by a landslide. So There we go. So, Peeps, what you got? 5 through 1.
Easy. Number 5 is Mandalorian and Grogu. Actually, it's when you hear that that little tone to the Mandalorian, or the Din Djarin, like I just get excited. I had such a great time with this show, and Babu Frick is in this damn movie, and that is that's my Star Wars dude.
Favorite.
So I'm really looking forward to this film, and Mandalorian, this has been the Star Wars I think that everyone's been enjoying very much, like the help me out, Frigginz. That's the badass prequel Star Wars Andor. Thanks, Frigginz. So just very much like Andor, where it's just this other story of Star Wars that doesn't involve Skywalkers and some of the Force with Mandalorian, but it's a great. I'm very curious where they're even going to go. The way the show ended, it could have just ended that way. He had his quiet life sitting on his porch with his feet up, very great. But like now they're getting into something, and I love that. I don't really know what it is. I'm sorry, DX. Any other trailer you're going to post in our chat, I'm not looking at it. I'm good. I'm really good. Just letting you know. So yeah. Number 4 is thing you mentioned, DX, and Dune Part 3. Unlike you, Don, I didn't hate the first one. I liked it, but like I thought it was very boring. Agree with you. I to me was like, yeah, this looks like Dune. This sounds about right. I remember I tried so hard to watch the original Dune, struggled, and I finally did. I'm like, gosh. And then watching the part 1, I'm like, yeah, that's about right. Maybe Dune just isn't that exciting of a. I didn't even notice that was his background. No one.
No, you didn't?
No.
I was going to make a comment about it earlier. Like, I wonder what's going to be number 1, but.
Oh, damn. But the second part 2, that one absolutely blew me away. I'm like, this has the Star Wars. Hey,
yeah.
Yeah, man. So Dune Part 3, same director's coming back. I'm sure all the familiar faces are coming in. I have no idea what to expect. I don't know anything about the books, so we'll see, but definitely looking forward to it. Number 3 is Scary Movie 6. Like you said, DX, love the originals, but like this was way more than just an honorable mention for me. Me and my friends a blast with each and every single one of these films, man. Like they spoof perfectly, and they don't really like. I can never show my kids these movies because I don't think anything of the humor could hold up today. They're doing a little Nike basketball dance thing, dribbling the ball. No one's going to know that reference, so. Yeah, really looking forward to you. Like you said, DX Williams brothers coming back. I don't know if Anna Faris and Regina King are coming. Oh, sweet. Yeah. So
that's what I said. Everybody's back from those first 2. Even if they died, they're back.
I mean, they died in the first one, so yeah, they were still back for the second one. That's fun. Cool. And they still play the same characters. That's what's even funny about it. Yeah. Number 2, DX, we had it. Spider-Man, Brand New Day. I will just say, and I'm not going to rip on you anymore, Frigginz, even though you make horrible decisions, and our friendship is.
You put Superman so low. You have no say. You have no power here.
This is me switching. This is me transferring the power, dynamic back, because yours is newer. So
okay.
But. No, man, I'm really looking forward to it. I'm trying to stay away from all of Don's updates because there are a lot of names being thrown out there in terms of characters that are going to potentially show up in this film. Are they going to have major roles? Are they going to have, smaller roles? Is Hulk going to be raging out again and he's going to be the main antagonist? Or is it going to be something small and maybe we just find that where there's no more Professor Hulk anymore? Or what is actually going to happen? And my buddy,
I'm like, it could just be Bruce in this whole movie. Like, he might not
even
be Hulk.
Exactly.
There's a good chance of that, too.
Mark Ruffalo will be here. That's all I know.
He's in the Hulkbuster again.
Yeah. He just needs to work with him because he's smart and they need to develop something together.
Yeah. My buddy is a Spider-Man snob, I will say, and he, though, liked the original movies of the Tom Holland trilogy, he didn't really love them. He liked them. He just like, I'm sick of high school Spider-Man. I want 20-year-old Spider-Man, like, doing things. And he loved at the end of the last one that's what we're getting. We're getting Peter Parker, probably trying to find a job, maybe getting a job at the Daily Bugle, and working for hopefully freaking J. Jonah Jameson in this one. And and who is Sadie Sink's character going to be? Like, she's extremely young, so we're probably not going to see her as a Mary Jane that we know. But like, are we? Or is she going to have like you said, an X-Man like character? Is she going to be Hope? Are we getting into this Hope Summers, leading into what's going to be happening in Avengers Doomsday? Like, maybe not. Like, I don't know. So many questions. Just to see the Spider-Man suit and him flipping around, and hopefully that guy's in there asking him to do a backflip. I'm just really looking forward to this. Like, big time. Love Tom Holland Spider-Man, and yeah, let's do it. And then, like you said, the director, can't remember his name, from Shang-Chi.
Yeah.
Yes. DDC. Yeah, looking forward to it for sure. And of course, Avengers Doomsday, like, big shocker, right?
What?
It is going to be a compilation, very much like Deadpool and Wolverine. Thank you. Of everything that we've seen up to this point. It's going to be another send-off of Fox.
Yeah,
exactly.
Two of them.
But this is more in the world of like X-Men, right? So yeah, and it's fun to see these newer trailers of these characters that we love that weren't announced in that semi-annoying chair sequence.
That was cool.
And again, Chris Evans, they've asked him multiple times, yeah, it sucks that you're not going to be in this movie. Yeah, I just really wish him all the best of the luck. Like, you son of a bitch, you Andrew Garfield us, you bastard. So I don't know. It's going to be dope, man. I have no idea what it's going to be about. Like you said, DX, like, what's the deal with Robert Downey and the face, and is there even going to be a comment on it? And I'm telling you, Don, I know you said bullshit, but it's going to be Doom taking over the mind and the body of a Tony Stark variant in an alternate future. So that's you heard it here first, y'all. Mike slowly dropping.
Wrong.
Nice.
All right, Frigginz, what you got, man? What are you gonna shock us here in this top 5?
I don't think it's going to shock too much. My number 5 is Avengers. No, I'm just kidding. My number 5 is Odyssey. I just recently finally got to see the trailer, just the other night, actually. Very cool looking. I'm all for like a cool mythical story. So I was kind of shocked by the trailer. I saw a couple things that I was not prepared for a Christopher Nolan movie, and it only led me to have more questions and intrigue. So I can't wait to see more on the Odyssey. Definitely stoked for that. Also, why does everyone hate Agamemnon's armor? I thought it looked so cool. Like, there's all this memes about it, and they're changing the armor to look like Magneto helmet and all this, and everyone's talking trash about it. I'm like, this is the coolest Spartan-like design I've seen in probably ever. I thought it was awesome. Anyway, number 4 matches DX DONMEGA with Mandalorian and Grogu. For everything you guys said, I think it may even have been slightly higher. I think one thing is I haven't seen the full trailer, so maybe that's what I'm missing out on. But I saw a couple clips, and I was a little concerned that it looked a little too much like TV show as opposed to film quality. But I think maybe once I see like full-on stuff, that might make that go away. I'm not really worried about it at all, and I love those characters. So I wonder, though, are they going to include a lot of the side characters in there too, or will we be seeing Boba Fett and his crew? Will we be seeing what's his name? I just drawn Justified out in the bounty hunter kind of world, Like, are we going to see some of these other side characters? Maybe not. We'll see.
Maybe.
You mean like Oliphant, that guy?
Yeah, Oliphant. Yeah, Timothy Oliphant. That's what I was thinking. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
For number 3, this probably would have actually been higher if, but again, saw the trailer, so still excited, but excitement just slightly down because again, unknowns. Same with number 2, but number 3 is Mortal Kombat 2. Is it? It's 2. Yeah.
It is
Mortal Kombat is my favorite video game ever, probably. I'm pretty sure that's usually what I say. And I very much loved the first Mortal Kombat, or the recent Mortal Kombat, right? Oh, I love all the Mortal Kombat, even Annihilation, even though it's not very great. I mean, for the, it's not good, but
we could talk about unlove it or hate it then.
But anyway, yes, Mortal Kombat was great. I can't wait to see another. Get over here, give me some more fighting. And Carl Urban, that dude is awesome. So I was excited just seeing he was in some cheesy ass movie. So now I'm really excited to see him in an actually good movie. So give me some more Mortal Kombat. Very interested to see what other characters are gonna make the roster. I've kind of avoided trying to see a lot of. I mean, I've seen some of them, right? That you can't miss. But I'm just wondering if there's going to be some surprises in that list. My number 2 is Supergirl. I am very excited for Supergirl. I'm really shocked, actually, that one was low on yours, Don, and also our
number 3.
Not on. Oh yeah, I thought it would be 2. Honestly, but yeah, I forgot about Spider-Man.
Come on,
MCU,
forgot about Spider-Man.
But Sean, you had it on your honorable mentions. It wasn't even on the list. I'm like, what the heck? You were gonna have Hopper over Supergirl, but that's fine. You. You're over here.
He loves them kids.
Supergirl was there, but it got pushed down from the Disclosure Day and the Hail Mary and the
fair
Mandalorian Grogu. I forgot all about that one until like 2 minutes before we started recording. I was like, whoops.
You gotta throw that in there. Supergirl, great story. The story that the script is based off of is an amazing read. If you're into comics at all, read it. Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow by Tom King. It has some comparisons to the storyline of like a westerny vibe. But one thing that they've noted is that it's not going to be a 1-for-1 retelling of the story. They're taking key elements of it and definitely giving it a twist. And if you've read the story, you can see in the trailer that it does have a little bit of twist. But there's some characters that I've seen in it, and I'm like, okay, well, that means that it's going to have a pretty major similarity for the story. So that brings me hope and excitement, and I think that definitely helped to bump it up to the number 2 spot for me. It just looks like it's going to be a blast. So
interesting. And Frigginz, I will say, I would have bet money that you would have had the Rip on your top 10. It is a Matt Damon and Ben Affleck buddy cop film. I just thought for sure that would have been on your list. So I'm surprised.
Yeah, no, that was in the realm of the honorable mentions, but to save time, I was just cutting it to some short ones. But yeah, the top 10 is just too much good stuff. I mean, there's just
a lot of good stuff next year, man.
Yeah, and a lot of the things that hit to our nerd culture and everything that we've grown up on. So but Avengers is my number 1 as well. So yeah, I did get up there for Doomsday.
Trifecta.
And we all matched it this year. I will say that for me though, here
we go. He's gonna poo-poo on us someone.
The most is no. The thing that excites me most is the X-Men, right? I think about these teaser trailers that they come out. First one, whatever. I was a little disappointed, to be honest. Second one, also kind of really? That's it? And then the third one finally hits, and, we see some X-Men stuff. And that's where even the internet blows up. So I find it very interesting and joyful that there's a lot of people really excited to see X-Men and in actual costumes. So
yeah, you saw the little X and the strap and all that. Oh my god, yeah.
So excited. So yes, they can throw us all the X-Men. Let's make Avengers Doomsday mostly about X-Men, and I think we're gonna be good.
I mean, they're gonna die in the first 15 minutes of the movie.
I know, that's the thing. That's why I said that. I'm just trying to put it out in the reality. You see the scene, and it's true. Well, that doesn't look like a happy scene.
No. And if you notice behind Cyclops, there's a big sentinel walking by. So
and there's
we're getting fucked
just
up.
damage, and everything's dark and gloomy, and everything looks, something. It's not going well.
Hold
It's
the
not going
ones
well
you
for
love before you die.
maybe, but maybe some more Gambit. So let's do it.
True.
Mon ami.
All right, there's the top 10. Let's run them down again. Mine, number 10, Street Fighter. Number 9, Mercy. Number 8, Project Hail Mary. Number 7, Dune 3. Number 6, Michael. Number 5, Mortal Kombat 2. Number 4, Mandalorian and Grogu. And number 3, Supergirl. Number 2, Spider-Man Brand New Day. And number 1, Avengers Doomsday. Peeps?
Number 10, Project Hail Mary. Number 9, Disclosure Day. Number 8, Clayface. Number 7, The Odyssey. Number 6, Street Fighter. Number 5, The Mandalorian and Grogu, or The Mandalorian, the Baby Yoda. Number 4, The Dune Part 3. Number 3 is Scary Movie 6. Number 2, Spider-Man Brand New Day. And numero uno, Avengers Doomsday.
Frigginz.
I got number 10, Street Fighter. Number 9, The Death of Robin Hood. Number 8, Masters of the Universe. Number 7, Spider-Man Brand New Day. Number 6, Clayface. Number 5, The Odyssey. Number 4, Mandalorian and Grogu. Number 3, Mortal Kombat 2. Number 2, Supergirl. And number 1, Avengers Doomsday.
Boom, there you go. And there you have it, world. It has been put out into the universe. It is there. Your top 10 movies of 2025 and our most anticipated of 2026. So we have gone over 2 hours here.
It's a long one.
Guys, this is a long one. This might have taken the record here. 2:16 so far. So thank you for those of you watching right now and sitting through it all as we counted it down. But it's always a fun talk, man. Like I said, there's just so many different dynamics, and film is so subjective, and what hits and what doesn't, and where it hits in your level. It's always interesting to see. So that's what we got for you guys. Let's do a quick little shout outs. Of course, again, everything for the show there is at the bottom. Make sure you follow along and everything. But Peeps, tell them where they can find you.
On all those little areas and bips and boops down there, Spotify, iTunes, the People's Forum. I have been a bit lacking a bit lately, holidays be holidaying. But recently Frigginz and I were talking Avatar, and soon we're going to be talking about weapons, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. But just kind of like shooting the shit about films and movies, and now since we have a lot of stuff coming up in 2026, I'm sure we'll be doing a lot of speculation on there too. And DX, you need to come through.
Hey, just need that invite.
Okay.
All right, Frigginz, tell them.
Yo, I'm Frigginz on Instagram. That's at FRIGGINZ, Frigginz with a Z. I was doing my friggin' movie reviews for quite some time, but I took a year break. A lot of changes in life as well. But the plan is to try and get started back into that, because I had a lot of fun and really like talking about movies as well. So I think I need to get those gears turning on the show. Was exploring some new ways to mess with it, possibly make it a little easier to record, but we'll see. So keep looking for that. Other than that, you can find me here on reddragonsradio.com at the Am I Still in the Air specials here with DX DONMEGA and Peeps, or on the People's Forum, where I like to try and jump on there and force Peeps to let me I'm like, please let me co-host with you.
Maybe.
It's nice. All right, and you can follow the show, of course, at simply Am I on the Air, all one word. You can follow me directly at DX DONMEGA across all socials like Twitter, X, Blue Sky, Threads, wherever you see fit. So make sure you follow along there. And of course, amiontheair.com. Check out the regular podcast every Tuesday night. New episodes drop weekly with all your regular entertainment news. And then, of course, our specials here, like Am I Still on the Air? So all located in one beautiful podcast feed, amiontheair.com. Just check it out. So thank you once again for joining us very, very much. Happy to be back here, 2026. Let's see where the road takes us this year. So thank you for joining. Take care of yourselves and each other. Until next time, y'all. Peace.